Check it 1, 2.
The following is a presentation of the Pontywood Sports Network.
Hey, good evening, folks, and welcome to the big broadcast here on NETSN. I am your host, Larry Pierce, as we get ready to go for our Thursday night's Piney Woods area game of the week, coming to you from the pasture. It is the home of the Joaquin Rams, and as we are here for the Rams Stadium, getting ready for Beckville and Joaquin on a Thursday night. So thanks for joining us wherever you are out there and about. We'll see you. Thanks for joining us wherever you are out there and about. We appreciate you being here. And a big crowd rolling in here. It's going to be a beautiful night. The sun is starting to settle down in on us, and we got all kinds of good stuff on the way. So sit back, relax, and it is time for some football action here on a NETSN. All right, folks, there is no better place to be in Texas, especially on a Thursday night, than under the lights. So let's get it going here. All righty, here we go. We got the big interview coming up with Coach Jones. We want to say a big thank you to Bites and Brew. We were down there Monday, had a great time down there, great food and awesome time down there. So we got an interview with Coach Jones. Going to talk a little bit about the game here, get you ready for that tonight. Coming up at halftime on our Farmers State Bank halftime, we're going to have a conversation with a couple of the great young men that play football here for the for the Joaquin Rams. Sorry, we'll have that for you at halftime, and try to get you a little band time in there as well. It's going to be a very, very good football game here this evening, but a couple minutes behind where I wanted to get started, but that's okay. We're ready to rock and roll here tonight. So let's get it going. We're going to start off here as it is time for the game here on NETSN.
Welcome to the Wright Chrysler Dodge Ram pregame show. Just like the big game, you have to be prepared. And the same holds true when it comes to buying your next vehicle. So be prepared by going to WrightChryslerDodgeJeep.com. That way you're ready to go when you hit the lot. Now it's time for us to get you ready for the big game. The Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram pregame show starts now.
You know that Center Glass can fix your cracked windshield. But for the experts at Center Glass, fixing a windshield is just the beginning. Center Glass can also renovate your bathroom, turn your fixtures and shower into something entirely new and unique to your home.
It doesn't matter if you need a truck tire or if you need a car tire. If you need a tire, you call Joaquin Tire. Joaquin Tire Shop provides new and used tires, along with oil changes and 24-hour road service. Stop and see them on Highway 7 in Joaquin.
Alrighty, we're back here, folks, and we have our Raymond Motor Company keys to the game as we're getting ready to go here. And our keys to the game tonight is just going to be both teams coming in here 0-1. And Beckville lost to the San Augustine Wolves last week. Good game last week, but I think that they just couldn't really get anything going in their game there after that rain. Just couldn't get anything consistently going. I think they'll have a better work at it here tonight. Coach Ross's squad always ready to go. For Coach Jones's team, they lost a tough one there to Frankston. Frankston Indians, very good football team. We're going to hear a little bit more about that in our pregame interview. That is coming up, and that's what they got to do. They just got to make sure that they take care of business there on the front lines. And Coach Jones thinks they're going to be pretty good here tonight. So we're going to get to Coach Jones' interview, and our pregame is underway. It is a Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep pregame interview with Coach Jones, and we'll be right back here for the start of this one here on NETSN. All righty, folks, back here at Bites and Brew, talking with Coach Jones of Rams and Ram Talk here for the Joaquin Rams. And, Coach, let's talk a little bit about some offensive defense here as we get ready for the big game coming up in Beckville. Of course, talk to your quarterback, a couple of the guys here. So, slot T offense, they've pretty much been regular here for Joaquin. So tell us a little bit about how that thing's been working out and some of the things you guys got going on this year.
Yeah, so in the backfield, we've got J.B. Wilson playing fullback for us. We've got Cooper Bragg. He's going to be back at the tailback and get reps at halfback as well. We have Jacob Gatlin, who's a senior this year, and he's playing that same little, wing spot for us, the halfback, tailback. And we've got a move-in from center, Mr. Zach Kelly, and he has been a great addition to our football team. Awesome. He's got speed. He will hit. He will tackle. He's going through the hard part of he's moving from a spread offense, learning learning how to get in a 4-point stance, learning how to, take a ball and hit a hole on a double G and run inside the box. All of those things are new to him, but he's done a really good job of that so far, and he's been a pleasant addition to us. But like I said, JB, he got 9 carries the other night at fullback. Jacob got a few at tailback, and then Cooper I think he had 16 carries the other night, but he was playing quarterback for us, and we were trying to figure out ways to get him the ball, and we had put in certain little basically gimmick plays with him to try to open up some lanes for him and stuff, and like I said, it was a little different with him playing quarterback versus Trenton playing quarterback. And he ran for 100-something yards. He had a kickoff return for a touchdown. He did really good stuff on offense. And we, like I said, we were replacing a quarterback and a quick tackle. And that, was that the difference in the game? No, probably not. But we offensively, we're going to do what we're going to do with Trenton back there. We're going to put it in the air quite a bit more. More. It's going to look a lot more like it did last year. And getting Bragg out there and Jacob Gatlin and getting them in Rios, getting them involved in the passing game again, just kind of getting back to more of what we looked like last year, right, where we could make a play down the field when we needed to.
Right. Well, and then some of the offensive line there, we had to replace a couple pieces.
Yeah. So I mean, the best thing is that the Cummins is just
family Cummins.
Yeah. The Cummins is they just keep coming. So Bob Brody that you talked to earlier, he's a junior, right, and he's got a brother that graduated last year, and that was Bray, and we replaced Bray with Brent, who was a freshman last year, and he's a sophomore. He's a sophomore this year. And
is there more coming up?
No, I think that's it. I think that's it. We've got Bristol and we've got Brent. They're sophomores right now. They're the last two. You don't have any more brothers and sisters, do you? No, I'm talking about little ones. No, I don't think he does. I just wanted to make sure.
We're going to have to wait till they have some kids of their own to bring them in through there.
Maybe the older ones will start moving their children on up. Right. But no, Brent, he's a freshman, and so that was his first game to start for us. And he had a few little boo-boos, and we've talked about him. But like I told the guys, and I'm real realistic with them. Every team. Even the team we had last year, I mean, we had a lot of growing pains. That's just part of having a team,
right?
And the less experience you have and the less seniors you have, the more growing pains you're going to have. But the question is, are you going to grow from them or are you going to die from them? Or are those little growing pains going to eat you alive? Are you going to think about them every time you wake up? Or is it going to bother you every day that you got beat by the Frankston Indians? If it does, it's going to consume you. But I told you earlier, Larry, the Joaquin Rams woke up just like the Texas Longhorns woke up on Saturday morning. We were 0-1 Saturday evening, and the Texas Longhorns, they were 0-1.
Right.
They were ranked number 1 in the nation, but they're still 0-1. And we were ranked number 10 in the state. We're 0-1. Does it matter? No. At the end of the year, what I kept telling the boys last year was that, and it is credit to Wayne Gandy, who coached me in high school. It doesn't matter how you get to the dance. You just got to get to the dance. You just got to get to the dance. And when everybody asked me about being a 4 seed and how far we went and everything, that's all I told them. It doesn't matter it doesn't matter if you're 4 or 1. As long as you get there, that's when you got to start playing your football. That's when you get to that dance. You win enough games in district to get there. And then you make sure that you put your best football forward once you get to that first round. Right. And if you do that and you keep stepping up as the weeks go, you'll find yourself in the state semifinals or the regional championship game 9 times out of 10. And I truly believe that. Like, worrying about how you play at this point in the year, you need to figure out who you have in the right positions before district gets there. When you have a young team like we do, figure out if you have the right pieces in the right spots. We moved them around a lot last year. We're going to do it again this year. We're going to figure out who the right people are. We're going to get that right combination together, and we're going to go play our best football when it matters.
Right. Yeah, that's it. Again, like people told me, said, well, the 4 seed, it didn't matter in this district if you make it to the playoffs, you've done something.
Oh, yeah.
Now, we've even talked about this on one of the beach shows I was on, that, in this district, everybody talks about that most important game. You can say it's that rivalry game. You say, no, in this one, you better win that first district one, because otherwise you might be behind the 8 ball already.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's just how hard it is here in this district. And you guys are out there trying to keep that done just like everybody else is too. So, once you get there, and you're right, I'm with you, get to the dance.
That's
right. Once you get there, then you can party all the way through.
That's right.
All right, so quickly on the defensive side, a lot of guys play two-way. You got too many this year, not too many?
Yeah, we've got a lot of them that are playing both ways. Rios last year, he didn't have to play both ways.
Right.
This year, he's having to play both ways. Brody, we had Bray last year, right? So Bray was the one that went both ways. Well, now it's Brody's turn to go both ways, and Brent's not going both ways. But so just about everybody on the front line, with the exception of one on defense, is having to go both ways, and we're gonna look at ways to maybe alleviate that a little bit moving forward for the next couple of weeks until we build them into a little bit better shape. But Carson's having to go both ways. Trenton playing quarterbacks having to go both ways. Bragg's having to go both ways. Jacob Gallen both ways. Zach Kelly. We got most of them going, but just about everybody's going. And it took its toll on us the other night, which is why I said, we've got to find ways to alleviate some of that.
Yeah, as well.
Exactly. But the biggest thing is that you go ahead and kind of like my dad taught me how to swim. You just got to drop them off in the water and let them learn. Let them learn.
That's the way to go. That's it. All right, guys. Well, I tell you what. We got a good team coming in. Thursday night. Beckville. They lost their first game to a good St. Augustine team, and a lot of water out there. Is a kind of a gully washer going on there. And I know Braxton Bullock is a good quarterback. They got a good running game. Jordan Prince. I think they just couldn't get anything going kind of consistently over there. But I know they're going to be ready to go here. And it's going to be a good night, good crowd. Everything going to be ready to go. So tell me a little bit about what you know about Beckville and the Bearcats. Coach Ross, he's a good coach.
Yeah, so it looks like they're in a similar boat to us. They have a few more seniors than what we do, but they don't have that many out on the field right now. They don't. I think we have more seniors on the field than they do. So they're a young squad. They're still figuring out their identity too. I think what's going to work best for that group. Defensively, they're fast. They fly around and get to the football. They got a lot of returners on the defensive line from last year. They played us really tough last year. I expect them to be a real solid football team. I think I'd probably tip my hat to us as far as the defensive side goes. I think if we can do a little bit better, on the back end this week, I think we're going to be sitting in a good spot come halftime, and if we don't play a little bit better in the secondary, we could be in bind again,
Yeah, that Beckville squad, they can bring it to you, and they're going to have a good run game, so we're going to have to be ready to go for that coming up here, that's for sure. All right, Coach, one more thing here before we let you go here. And I want to say a big thank you once again to Bites and Brew. We've had it awesome here tonight. Thanks a lot to the guys for coming down and hanging out with us. But, this Rams community, man, is just awesome. I mean, every time I come down here, I run into people. I go to get my chicken strip basket at the ball game after I get set up. I talk to people all the time there, and they watch us, and they love the Rams, and it's this Ram community. And I think I told the guys, I said one of my favorite things last year was getting to ride the fan bus to the ball game, you know, and it was just this Ram community is awesome, man. Oh
yeah, they're really good, and they traveled real well last week to Frankston. I hated that it went the way it did for us and everything, but I didn't really hear a negative thing all night about it. I think hopefully they understand and have a little bit of maturity about it to understand that we're going to grow this group right here. We're going to grow them, and we're going to be ready when it counts. We're going to battle through that tough district you're talking about. We're going to make the playoffs, and we're going to go get in, and we're going to make some noise again. Right. We have more than enough talent to do exactly what we did last year, and that's what I hope everybody understands. It's getting the boys, to buy into that is going to be the tricky part, because like Trenton was saying, we lost a lot of leaders out there, a lot of guys that had real good voices and that it was really important to. But from a talent standpoint, it's there. Right. It's there. The talent's there at linebacker. The talent's there. Probably the best secondary we've ever had at this school. And, there's a lot of learning that goes into it. Trenton was talking about some of it, and there's even more learning on the back end than on his end. But we when they get it all down and they all know what they're doing, we've got a sophomore out there. He's going to have to go through some growing pains. He's going to have some tough love from me, I think by the time, district rolls around, he's going to be a lot different player than what he was at the start of the year.
Right. Well, in turn two, he's going to be able to, work along that and then grow with the team as
Oh,
grow
yeah.
along into it and just, grow with this and grow with that. He's just going to find his way along there, and those guys are going to stand right in behind him. So,
That's
they
right.
believe in him now. They're going to believe in him as it gets to it, right?
That's right.
There you go. All right, folks. Well, we're going to wrap this thing up here because the good folks at Bison Brew, thank you once again for the food. And we'll be here Thursday night. Game time, 7 o'clock.
Game time is 7:30 at Ram Stadium.
7:30 at Ram Stadium. We get out there. We'll be here on NETSN for the ball game. So check it out just in case you can't make it. And it's going to be a good one, too. So, Coach, I know we're going to be back here when the Garrison comes to town here next month. So we'll be back here at Bison Brew doing the same thing. But thanks so much for being here, Coach. We really
Thank you,
appreciate
Larry.
it.
Appreciate you.
Hey, we were ready to rock and roll. The week 2 of the season's under.
Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center proudly supports all the students and schools of the Piney Woods. Stop by the lot and feel free to check out all the wonderful vehicles we have to offer, no matter what adventure you're planning on taking. We have a wide selection of used vehicles and a service department that can service your vehicle. Get all the info you need about your next vehicle online. That way you're prepared for your cardio when you hit the lot. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center.
You can search high or low, but eventually you will see the signs. K's Hardware is the key to finding what you need for your job. Located at the 42 where Highway 84 divides itself, it's K's Hardware back at the Rams.
The Friday night lights are shining and we are teaching driving. CDL Training Academy is your resource to a better career. Come and get trained and get tested right here in Henderson, Texas. CDL Training Academy. Visit our Henderson, Texas office or online at cdllearn.com.
Welcome back here, folks, as we get ready to play some football on Thursday night. I tell you what, the Rams coming out here, the Bearcats are out here as well. And, man, what a beautiful night for football it is going to be here this evening in Joaquin. I like to call it the pasture. Coach says it's Ram Stadium, Larry. Yes, sir. That's the way we look at it. Coach Jones, thank you so much for your great interview right there to the good folks at Bison Brew. Awesome food and a great time down there on Monday. We look forward to being back there again when Garrison comes to town for that big ball game coming up here in about a month or so. So, getting about ready for this one, and it is a Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep pregame show. We are in Joaquin, one of my very favorite places to be here tonight, folks. Got a great game for you. Both these teams coming in here at 0-1 on the season after losses last Thursday to 19-0 to San Augustine for the Beckville Bearcats and a 40-22 loss for the Joaquin Rams to the Frankston Indians last week to start 0-1. So Rams breaking out the black unis here tonight. And actually was over here not long ago whenever they were doing a big photograph session. And you got it, Coach. Okay. As we're doing an autograph session, we got to see the black unis. So that's where we are. But we're getting ready now for the national anthem. Joe, you want to? I got it. Here's the national anthem, folks. Alrighty, folks, we're back here ready to go for some football action here. You got the umpires ready to come out here onto the field. Hey, Joe, I tell you what, let's go ahead and change that battery out there. That way you don't have to worry about it. And so we'll switch off the cameras here. You go ahead and do that one real quick. And we'll get that short battery out of there and put in one of these long-lasting batteries, and it should be good to go till, there you go, till halftime. Stick it in there. Thank you, sir. That way we don't run out of battery juice before the first half. There we go. All right, so we're sitting ready to go here for the ball game, and we have for the Beckville Bearcats out there for the captains. Looks like we have Rudy Watts, number 10. That is going to be the quarterback there, Braxton Bullock. We've got a couple of linemen out there as well. Where we go, 64-3. That is also Jordan Prince, and number 64, that is Gunnar McDaniel. For the Joaquin Rams, you got Rios, as well as number 1, that is Trenton Runnels. Yep, Trenton Runnels, that's our quarterback, at 42 and 54. So that is Carson Rogers and Aiden Kilpatrick, the captains for the. That is your captains for the Joaquin Rams. All right. So we'll see here what we got as will be the Rams will be receiving the kickoff. All right. So Rams ready to receive the kickoff here tonight. They'll be going right to left on your radio dial. And right, Chrysler Dodge Jeep pregame show wrapping up, moving into it here. As we also have a couple of cool things here. We're going to make sure we remember to put in the Sandy Cox State Farm Red Zone into there as well. When we do that, we also have to do this here, so we get that in there. So remember to get that in there for us tonight as well. So we'll have the Sandy Cox State Farm Red Zone. I think I forgot about that a time or two last week. Ms. Cox, I apologize for you for that. But we're going to make sure we get you in there tonight. That's promised. All right, so it'll be Joaquin getting the ball first. And quarterback Runnels. And he's going to have a good couple of running backs and a couple of people to throw to here tonight. Good offensive line out in front of him. Same thing with Beckville. They got a really good quarterback there, Braxton Bullock, and they got a solid running game. And when it comes to Watts and Prince, they're really, really good. Like I said, we came out of that rain delay last week, and the Bearcats just couldn't quite get anything consistently going, and it was a good job there by St. Augustine. But the Bearcats a good football team, and the Rams better be ready for a good match here tonight. That is for sure, for sure. So we're sitting ready to go. Joe's the man on the camera here. He's got all the big stuff, and I'm just kind of like the guy following behind. So he did a great job last week. So we're getting better each and every week. We got the good folks from Beckville right up here next to us, and Joaquin as well. So, hey, we're ready to have a good time on top of the box in Joaquin. Let's play some football. There is no better place to be, especially in Texas on a Thursday night, than under the lights. Here we go. That's too loud. I got to turn myself down. I don't know if I want to hear myself that loud. Here we go. Ready for the kick. Wandale Parker kicks it off. It's going to be taken there to about the 35-yard line, and that's where it'll start. Joaquin will have it at the 35-yard line. All right, let's get our clock reset. And we're sitting ready to go here now. I don't have the down and distance on there, folks. I'm going to take that off here, try to take a little bit off of me so I can pay a little bit better attention to the game here. So first down and 10 at 35. Runnels and his crew coming out for Coach Jones and his squad. They're going to stay at the 34-yard line. First down and 10. But I'm going to do my best to keep up with this clock and make sure I start it, stop it the best. All right, so here we go. There's the play.
Runnels under center.
Runnels going to stay it up under center.
Give to 42 Kilpatrick.
Kilpatrick taking it up ahead here. Almost the first down, up to the 45-yard line.
First down Rams.
Up to the 45. That's a Raymond Motor Company first down. And Kilpatrick running the ball, number 42. Picks up 10 here on first down and 10. Handing off once again. Bragg ball carry coming over to this side.
Hit at the line of scrimmage. Gets away, gains 7.
So Bragg going to pick up a couple there for the Rams. Going to get 7 on that run. Take it into Bearcat territory up to the 48-yard line. So Bragg going to get 7. Second down. Second down and about 3 here for the Rams. Runnels bringing them to the line. Hands off.
Kilpatrick ball carrier.
Kilpatrick's going to take it up. Be enough for the first down. Looks like he's going to be awful close to it there. We'll stop.
Bearcat across the first down marker.
So it'll be enough for a first down.
First
Up
down
to the
Rams.
44 for Kilpatrick. Pick it up 4. Another Raymond Motor Company first down. So Raymond Motor Company first down here for the Rams as they've moved it into Beckville territory there at the 44-yard line. Runnels ready to go. He's going to hand off. Oh, nice job by the Bearcats, but breaking free there is Cooper Bragg, and he'll take it up across the 40, down close to the 35, down to the 37-yard line. Cooper Bragg with a 7-yard run down to the 37. Second down and 3 now for the Rams. Second down, 3 here for the Rams. If we get under 10 minutes to go here into this first quarter, no score Rams on a nice, impressive drive to start off here. As Reynolds comes under center. Then a handoff to Kilpatrick. Taking it across the 35, should have been enough for a first down up to the 33. And that'll put a cause on the clock. So Kilpatrick picking up 4 more. He's got 3 carries for 18 yards. That's another Raymond Motor Company first down for the Joaquin Rams. So Reynolds getting a call from Coach Jones here on the sideline, bringing it into play. And bringing that big offensive line to the line here. They've done a good job. Nice little methodical drive here by Reynolds and the Rams offense. Here's a little pitch out. That's going to be behind Bragg. Bragg's going to have to get on it. That ball's on the ground. And it's a fumble. And it looks like the Bearcats were able to get it. And it's a turnover on the fumble. And the Bearcats recover. First down and 10 here for the Bearcats as they get it. Nice job as that one got away from Bragg in the backfield. And it's a fumble. And so the Bearcats now come out here, first down and 10 for the Bearcats. Braxton Bullitt bringing them to the line. Send the man in motion.
Number 10 Bullitt out of the shotgun.
Bringing the man around on the jet sweep. Oh, that's a big hit on this side. That's number 11. That is Grayson Hicks. And Hicks going to run it out here. He might have lost a couple of yards back to the 38-yard line. So he'll lose 3 on that one. Bullock checking in with the sideline. Got that 2-headed running back monster back there, Rudy Watson, Jordan Prince. See them guys get warmed up here tonight, and they're going to be a good, formidable force for the Beckville Bearcats. As that clock winding. Second down at 12 here for the Bearcats. On. Bullock, Prince in the backfield. Watts in motion, going to give to Prince. He's going to follow Watts around to the left side. Prince cuts it back up across the 40, up to the 41-yard line. And he'll pick up back to the original line of scrimmage.
Gets back to the line of scrimmage, be 3rd and 10.
Third down and 10 here for the Bearcats. So 3rd and 10 here for the Bearcats. Bullock brings them up, spreads them out. Prince in motion. Bullock holding on to himself, trying to find some room, but a good job there, cutting him up in the middle. See who that was there, that Rios maybe. Got him to stop. There's going to be a 4th down and 10 on no gain on the play. The 4th down, and well, they'll give him 1 on the play there to the 42-yard line. So Bullock gets 1. 4th down and about 9 here for the Bearcats. Bullock to the line. Oh, we're going to get the punt situation here. So we got the punt going back deep. There's Cooper Bragg. He's going to catch it there at about the 27-yard line. Coming back up in the middle. Breaks a couple of tackles. He's on his feet. He's at the 40. He's at the 50. The 40. The 30. The 20. Cooper Bragg to the house from the 33-yard line. 67 yards. Touchdown. Cooper Bragg. Joaquin Rebs on the punt return for the kickoff. Punt return for the touchdown. What a run back. 67-yard touchdown. Punt return. Punt return for the kickoff return. That doesn't sound right, but that's what, how you get excited there, right? Cooper Bragg with a big touchdown. It is now a 6-0 ball game here. And here comes the extra point opportunity now. Coming in for the extra point here, Casey Stanley with the kick. It is up, and it is good. So with about 6.5 to go in the first quarter, Joaquin Rams score first on a 67-yard punt return by Cooper Bragg. We'll be right back here on the NETSN.
At Wyndham Family Dental, it's always about family. Their family welcomes you. Their family takes care of you. At Wyndham Family Dental, it comes down to this.
If you have something to smile about, smile.
And we're back here after a 67-yard punt return for Cooper Bragg for the Rams to take a 7-0 lead. And I'm a few seconds off on the clock here, folks, but we're pretty close here as we're getting ready for the kick. And back deep. Prince and Watts for the Bearcats. They'll get it right back here. And a kick on the way. Stanley's going to kick it up here. It's going to take a short there at about the 38-yard line for the Bearcats. That's where they'll start off. So first down and 10 for the Bearcats. They'll have it on their own 39-yard line. For the Beckville Bearcats. Yeah, I think that's working out pretty good, man, the back and forth. So it looks good. Good job. So Beckville Bearcats bringing them to the line here. First down. And 10. Braxton Bullock going to hold it himself. Going to take it over to the left side. Bullock trying to turn the corner, but the Rams right there to cut that off on the edge, but picks up a couple of yards across the 40 up to the 41.
Number 7, Kelly was there for the Rams.
Kelly for the stop there for the Rams. 2 on that run there.
Second down.
So a second down and 8 now for Braxton Bullock and the Bearcats. So second down. Bullock brings him up. It's like Prince to his left side here. Making a handout. Now Bullock going to look to go downfield. Got a man down there. A lot of hand fighting going on down there. And it's going to be an incomplete pass, but the penalty flag is definitely going to come out. That could go either way. Both those young men down there are fighting down there. So, but more likely going to be defensive pass interference. As they have Grayson Hicks down there on the long pass here for Braxton Bullock. Pass interference against the Joaquin Rams. So the penalty is going to take the Rams, or I should say the Bearcats, all the way into Ram territory there at the 44-yard line. So the big penalty right there makes it a first down and 10. That's a Raymond Motor Company first down for the Beckville Bearcats. Here we go. First down and 10. Bullock takes the snap. Going to hand off to Prince. Prince trying to find some. Oh, he gets 2. Ooh. Somebody laid some wood right up in the middle. That looked like it might have been. Who was that? That was Brody Cummins. Big Brody in the middle. Laying some wood. Boom. 1 yard on the play up to the 43. Second down and 9. Let's get that rolling, sorry. Should have been rolling already. It didn't start, that's why. There it goes. Second down and long here for the Bearcats. Bullock going to pull it out, going to find his man out here in the flat, going to catch him. He's got Watts into completion to get it above the 40-yard line, down to about the 36, maybe the 37. Down to the 36, we'll give him 7 on that one.
Watts on the reception.
So that brings up a third down and about 3 here for the Bearcats. So checking in with the sideline, Bullock. First quarter that's seen one good drive by Joaquin. Beckville with a punt, and then they kick the turn. Beckville back with it here again. Gonna hand out to Prince. Prince on a big hole in the middle. Good job of that Bearcat line, and a good job of chasing him down from the back there because Prince was on his horse, ready to go. As Prince takes it all the way down to about the 10-yard line. I'll make that down to the 20-yard line. That's a gain of 16. Good run there by Prince, and it's another Raymond Motor Company first down. So Bullock brings it back to the line. He's got Prince to his right side. Snap, gonna hand out to Prince once again, trying to take it over there to the left, but the Rams with good pursuit, but Prince breaks out of it. Still on his feet, he's gonna be pushed all the way back, but they'll give him the progress up to about to the 25-yard line there. There'll be a second down and about 17 now after the loss. They'll take it back to, I'll say the 27. So that's a loss of 7 on the play there for Prince. Second down and 17 here for the Beckville Bearcats. Bullock bringing him back up to the line here. Prince to his right side once again. Prince now in motion. Bullock faking the pass out there to him now, trying to get away from the good job there, bringing him down from behind. For the Parker. And on that stop there, makes it a third down and long as that backs him up to about the 29-yard line. That's a loss of 2 more. Third down and about 19 here for the Beckville Bearcats. So Braxton Bullock bringing him to the line. Now going to look to pass. Got a man down on the far corner. Going to try to catch him down there, and a good job getting there by the Joaquin Rams to knock that away, and it's an incomplete pass.
Pass is incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
Fourth down now for the Bearcats from their own 29, from the 29-yard line of the Rams. So fourth down and long. Coach Ross taking a long look over and seeing what they want to do here. Going to chat out it. Not going to bring the Bearcats back out. Bullock brings it out with Prince to his right side, and then we're going to get a timeout onto the field. That'll give us a chance to take a timeout as well. You're watching Joaquin of Beckville here on a NETSN.
Behold,
Alrighty, folks, we're back here after the timeout. Fourth down and long here for the Beckville Bearcats. Braxton Bullock bringing him to the line. Prince to his left side. Bullock going to look to pass now. Going to try to get one across the middle. Oh, what a great catch in the middle. And whoa, what a beautiful catch there for the Bearcats. They're trying to push their way into the end zone. Oh, that was a great catch coming on there on the crossing route. What a beautiful snag out of the Beckville Bearcats. Braxton Bullock going to hand off and take it in for the score. And no, they're going to say he didn't get in there. It's going to be short. So it'll still be second and goal down about the 1-yard line.
He's down short of the goal line. Second down and goal.
So a second down and goal here in the Sandy Cox red zone for the Beckville Bearcats. Bullock handing off. Prince coming around the right side, and he'll take it in for the score. Jordan Prince takes it in for the score. And 1 yard touchdown out in Jordan Prince. Tie. Well, gets it up there close. It's almost tied. 7-6 right now. Jordan Prince takes it in for 1 yard out. And he'll have the touchdown on the night to make it a 7-6 ball game. Here comes the extra point on the way here for the Beckville Bearcats. Extra point on the way. And the kick is up. And it is good as Mojica with the extra point, and that will take us to a 7-7 ball game here as we're winding down here toward the end of the first quarter. We'll be right back, folks. It is now 7-7 here in Joaquin on NETSN.
44 seconds to play in the first quarter.
Nobody wants to be sick, but at least at Aurora Concepts, being sick is easy. From their spacious waiting room to their experienced and friendly staff, they care about you. They listen to you. They're here for you. From start to finish, that's the experience at Aurora.
Play some ball.
Back here, folks, and we'll get our score right here. That's not right. So let's go. There we go. Now we're right. And I got 47, but it's actually 44 on the clock here. And the Sandy Cox red zone. There we go. Get the net back up there. Joe on camera one there, and I'm trying to do my best here with this other one. We're getting there. It's been a lot of fun here. Some new stuff that we got going on. A big thank you to all of our wonderful sponsors and everybody that watches us wherever you are. Here comes the kick. And it'll be taken there at about the 28-yard line by the Rams. Dancing around, taking it up near the 40 for a first down and 10 here for the Rams. They'll take over right about the 40-yard line. A great drive there by the Beckville Bearcats. 11 plays, 61 yards on that one. Took a lot of time off the clock. So a good job to tie it up there for the Beckville Bearcats. They really needed that after that long punt return by Cooper Bragg to put the Joaquin Rams on the board. So here we go. Is a first down and 10 from the 41-yard line for Runnels and the Rams. All right, so Runnels coming back over to have a chat here with Coach. And now he has the play that they like, and they'll go out there and be ready for it. Runnels to the line.
First and 10 Rams.
Take it up there for about a yard up to the 42.
Wilson, the ball carrier. Picks up a yard, second down.
So a second down and 9 here for the Rams. They have it at their own 42-yard line, and Coach Jones might be content to just let this clock roll down here, get ready for that second quarter, and that may be what we're going to do. So be ready for it. Second quarter is on the way. Well, as Runnels going to get up there, and he'll snap it just in time here. Going to hand off to Bragg, and Bragg at a break 3. He's at midfield, still on his feet, pulling tacklers with him, and Bragg takes him across the 40-yard line down to the 38 into Beckville territory, and Cooper Bragg with another big run down to the 43-yard line. Down to the 43-yard line of Beckville. All right, so that'll get us to the second quarter. We'll take a quick break and we'll come back. And the second quarter is on the way here on a NETSN.
Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center proudly supports all the students and schools of the Piney Woods. Stop by the lot and feel free to check out all the wonderful vehicles we have to offer, no matter what adventure you're planning on taking. We have a wide selection of used vehicles and a service department that can service your vehicle. Get all the info you need about your next vehicle online. That way you're prepared for your cardio when you hit the lot. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center.
It doesn't matter if you need a truck tire or if you need a car tire. If you need a tire, you call Joaquin Tire. Joaquin Tire Shop provides new and used tires, along with oil changes and 24-hour road service. Stop and see them on Highway 7 in Joaquin.
All right, folks, we're back here after the timeouts. Getting us ready for the second quarter. 7-7 ball game. Joaquin Rams had a big run there by Cooper Bragg to end of the first quarter. We'll get us ready to go here. End of the second. Runnels going to hand off. Hendricks. Kilpatrick. Looks like the ball's going to get away.
Gain of 2 on the right side.
I say it was on the ground there, so down to the 41, so a gain of 2. Four carries for 20 yards for Kilpatrick tonight. Second down. Second down here and about 8 for the Rams at their own 41-yard line. So Reynolds brings him up in that slot T look. Gonna look to pass here. Got a man wide open in the middle of the field. Oh, and they didn't see Rios down the field, but wide open down the middle of the field there. Gotta get pass interference here. But I'll tell you what, I don't know who that was running in the middle of the field there, but he was wide open. There was nobody on him. That looked like it was Casey Stanley, number 0. Maybe it was number 8, Londell Parker there. But, man, he was wide open in the middle of the field, right up the seam. Nobody on him, but we got a pass interference out there. And we'll see. That's going to be a penalty on the Bearcats. And that'll move them all the way up to about to the 21-yard line. So a big penalty there by the Bearcats. So a first down and 10, Raven Motor Company first down. That's number 4 on the night here for the Joaquin Rams. As they will come to the line here, ready to go.
Penalty takes the ball to the 21, first and 10 Rams.
First down and 10 here for the Rams down to the 21-yard line here into the second quarter. Tie ball game. Reynolds going to hand off.
Kilpatrick takes it across the 20.
So Kilpatrick down there to the 19. He'll pick up 2 more. So second down and 8 now for the Rams down about to the 19-yard line. Sandy Cox State Farm Red Zone. Trent Reynolds brings them right back up here. We're going to get a timeout on the field here, and it looks like it's going to be a timeout by the Joaquin Rams. So we'll take a quick timeout with them. You're watching Beckville and Joaquin on NETSN.
Raymond Motor Company, just off the square in downtown Center, where you'll find the friendliest of sales folks. Whether you're looking for a new SUV for the family or a brand new truck, Raymond Motors has a great service department and a huge selection of used vehicles. Raymond Motor Company, just off the square in downtown Center.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, Contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
Alrighty, folks, we're back here, ready to go after the timeout. Second down and 8 here for the Rams. Reynolds brings them to the line. Going to hand off, and we're going to get a stoppage of play here before that gets underway. Maybe at a penalty, pre-snap penalty. That may be against the Rams, making it a second down and 12 here if that penalty is against them. It's an offsides, and it looks like it may be. So that'll back the Rams up on the penalty, 5 yards. Back to the 24-yard line. Making it a second down and about 12, maybe 13 here for the Rams.
Second down, 13 for the Rams.
So Rams try to run it here to the right side, bring it here to the near, and get close to that 25-yard line. Beckville Bearcats right there to shut that down. They're quick to the edge over there. So that'll make it a third down and 12 here for
short game.
The Rams.
Third down and 12.
Down to the 23-yard line. Picked up a 1 or 2 there. So third down and call it a solid 12 here for the Rams. As Reynolds brings them to the line here. That's not T. Oh, that's going to be another penalty there against the Rams. Oh, those are just killer. That'll back them up to the 28, making a third down now and about 17 here for the Rams. That's a good little drive here, starting to stall on them. Has a couple penalties here, got them going backwards. So Reynolds brings it to the line, third down. Reynolds going to look to pass now. Oh, he's going to be in that backfield. Now he's going to have to get away. Great job getting away. Oh, he's got a man out there. That's Cooper Bragg at the 20-yard line. Oh, close to the first down. He did a great tackle in the open field there by the Bearcats. Down to the 25-yard line. That's going to bring up a third down and short for the Rams. That'll be a third down at about 3 maybe. But a great job by Reynolds to get away from the pressure and get it out to Bragg. Out in the open field, he got away from everybody, and he'll take it down to about the 15-yard line, it looks like, for a gain of 13 on that one. If it stands, as they're talking about some things here. So here comes the referee, going to kind of let us know what's going on. That's going to be against Beckville. I'm sorry, against the Joaquin. So, negate a big play here. And that's going to back up the Rams even farther. So we'll take that penalty. Take away that completion. And bring up a third down in the cab ride. Back to the 33-yard line for the Rams. So Reynolds now going to look to pass, going to try to find somebody down there. He's got a man out there. Can he get him? And oh, what a great job diving for. Did he make the catch? And he did. What a beautiful dive for the catch out there. Oh my gosh, Cooper Bragg is just bringing it tonight. Did you see that catch, folks? Wow, diving out there, laying out for it. First and goal for the Rams. Cooper Bragg, what a play. First down and goal here for the Joaquin Rams. And straight ahead, following behind that big offensive line. It's going to be short there, second and goal from just inside the 1. That looks good right there, Joe. Second and goal inside the 1 here for the Rams. That clock rolling.
Looks like he's inside the 1. 2nd down and goal.
So 2nd to go. Reynolds brings him right back up. Going to try the quarterback keeper. He'll take it across. And a touchdown for the Rams. And the Rams score here on the quarterback keeper by Trent Reynolds. So Reynolds gets a touchdown to make it a 13. (13-7) ball game here. Man, that is a crooked look. Kick on the way is up, and it is good. That makes it a 14-7 ball game here. And a nice job here by the Joaquin Rams after that big penalty to come back and get that big score. All right, folks, we'll take a break. We'll be right back here on a NETSN.
A lot of us do our banking at Shelby Savings Bank because it's our hometown bank, but it's also a thoroughly modern bank featuring online banking, mobile banking, paperless statements, deposit-taking ATM machine. All that in my hometown bank? Yes, because it's a bank for your modern hometown. Shelby Savings, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The Friday night lights are shining, and we are teaching driving. CDL Training Academy is your resource to a better career. Come and get trained and get tested right here in Henderson, Texas. CDL Training Academy. Visit our Henderson, Texas office or online at cdllearn.com.
All righty, folks, we're back here. What a great play and a great snag there by Cooper Bragg. After a big penalty, and had his team backed up. Let me get that on there. I didn't have that on there before. My apologies there. Now we're good with that. There we go. So Cooper Bragg with a beautiful snag there on the pass from Reynolds. What a great play. So here we go for the kickoff on the Shelby Savings Bank kickoff. Got to be taken there by number 11. That is Grayson Hicks trying to find some room. Back up in the middle, and he's finally going to be wrangled up there at about the 30-yard line. 1st down and 10 here for the Beckville Bearcats.
Gets up to the 30-yard line.
So Beckville will start off at their own 30-yard line. 1st down and 10. 1st down and 10 from their own 30 for the Beckville Bearcats. So Bullock brings him out. Prince in the backfield here with him to his right side. Going to hand off. Nope. Bullock's going to pull it out. Going to find a man out there at about the 30-yard line. But a great job by the Rams defense to be right there. Just shut that down. They're not going anywhere. Good, great open field tackle there by number 3. That was Gatlin out there for the Rams. No gain on the play. 2 for 4 for 34 yards on the night for Braxton Bullock so far. 2nd down. Second down and about 11 here for the Bearcats. Hand it off. Bring it here to the Joaquin side, but being chased down and pushed out of bounds. Nice job. As Prince tried to get around the corner but couldn't get around Cooper Bragg. So run right down the 30-yard line. No gain on the play. So that'll make a 2nd down and 10 here for the Beckville Bearcats. A good pursuit down the line here for the Rams. We got the penalty flag out there. We did have a penalty out there, and that's something that's going to go against the Bearcats. All right, so that's against the Bearcats. That's going to back them up to now the second down and about 20.
Second down 20.
All the way back at their own 20-yard line after the penalty there against the Bearcats. Now we're going to get a timeout onto the field. So we're going to leave it right here as we got a timeout on the field. We'll leave it right here for you tonight. Thanks for joining us wherever you are here. Tomorrow night, I know that the Center Rough Rider crew will be at home for their home opener as Spring Hill and the Panthers come to town. We'll have that for you here on NETSN. A plethora of games on NETSN as always. Got a few going on here tonight and a few for tomorrow night. So check it out. And then coming up on Tuesday, get some more volleyball action. We also have some great coaches shows that we do. And we, like I said, this week we did one from Bites and Brew right here in Joaquin with Coach Jones. And we got a great interview with a couple of those young men. Let's see who we got. We got Trenton Runnels. We got, who else did we have down there? We had Tristan Reynolds, we had Carson Rogers, and we had Brody Cummins down there. We'll have them at halftime with their conversation we had. So check it out. That's our former State Bank halftime. It is on the way. Right now we got a timeout onto the field. Let me make sure I get this. Let's see, there's a visitor timeout, so that'll be down to 1. Okay, so we'll go down to that. All right? Yeah, I think that's right. Okay, so timeout is now over.
$20. One will be announced at halftime. You'll win a pallet of beer corn.
Get Joe to... Here we go. Bullet coming out here with a second down and 20 now for the Bearcats. A long way to go here. Bullet makes the handoff to Prince. Now going to look to go downfield. Got a man down here. Going to try to find him. Oh, and it's intercepted. It's intercepted by the Rams. What a great job going back there and reading it and picking it up out of the air. Intercepted by the Rams. Number 3 was that Gatlin. Jacob Gatlin, number 3, with the interception. So it was a turnover and an interception here in both teams. Now with a turnover here tonight. So Joaquin will take over onto their own 45-yard line after the INT.
45. First and 10 Rams.
First down and 10 for Runnels and the Rams. Second quarter. Beautiful night here in Joaquin as Runnels will bring his team to the line. Runnels under center. Handing off. Nope. Kilpatrick got some room here. And he drops the football. But it's picked up by the Rams and taken all the way down to the 25-yard line. At the right place at the right time there. You talk about picking up on the carom. And the Rams move it up to the 25-yard line of Beckville. Big play there by the Rams.
Spot the ball on the 25.
Taking it all the 25-yard line down there. Kilpatrick started off that run into Karen Den. I couldn't tell who was that picked it up there, but a great run there for the Rams. That gets them another Raven Motor Company first down. And they'll get 20 on that one. So it's a first down and 10 for the Rams. Reynolds. Bring it here himself. Nice run here for the Rams. Taking it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
Wilson's ball carrier. Good run inside the 15. Picks up another Ram first down.
So another Raymond Motor Company first down here for the Rams. They have 7 on the night. Henry, number 6. I'm sorry, Wilson, number 6, onto that carry. Taking it down there to the 15-yard line for a 10-yard run. Turn that on. Okay, Reynolds bringing him to the line here, ready to go. Hand it off.
Wilson again, ball carrier. Takes the ball inside the 10.
Number 6, Wilson, that is. Number 6, Wilson, not Henry. Wilson, number 6. He'll take it inside the 10 here for a second down and about 4 to gain 6 down to the 9.
Second down and 4.
16 yards on 2 carries here for Wilson for the Rams. Getting into the Sandy Cox State Farm red zone. are the Joaquin Rams once again here trying to score. And go up 2 scores here before the halftime. And hand off to Wilson once again. Hit breaks it, comes out in up the middle, and Wilson takes it. Touchdown, Rams. And the Rams will now take a 20-7 lead here before the extra point. So the extra point on the way as the Rams now go up by a score of 20-7. So the extra point kick on the way. Stanley in onto the kick. We were having a chicken strip basket of Ram sauce, watching him practice before the ball game. And it is good. So the PAT is good. That will now make it a 21-7 lead here for the Joaquin Rams over the Beckville Bearcats. We'll take a break, folks, and come right back here. You're watching Beckville and Joaquin on a NETSN.
It doesn't matter if you need a truck tire or if you need a car tire. If you need a tire, you call Joaquin Tire. Joaquin Tire Shop provides new and used tires, along with oil changes and 24-hour road service. Stop and see them on Highway 7 in Joaquin. Plates of Grace Country Kitchen, just outside of Center on your way to Shelbyville. Now, whether you stop by and enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you're definitely going to find something on the menu you like. Now, your table's waiting right here next to this wonderful family, or find yourself a seat in the sports room. It's Plates of Grace Country Kitchen, just outside of Center on your way to Shelbyville. Stop in and say hi, have yourself a great meal.
All righty, folks, we're back here. It is now a 21-7 lead here. Joaquin Rams over the Beckville Bearcats. Here tonight as we got the kickoff ready to go. Yep, there we go. All right. Kickoff ready to go here for the Joaquin Rams. Stanley, who's out there kicking? Stanley did the kicking. Looks like this is Wilson, number 6. And taking it there at the 30-yard line. So the Beckville Bearcats will start off on their own 30-yard line. First down and 10 for Beckville. Braxton Bullock, Jordan Prince going to come out, see if they can get that offense working here into this second quarter. Okay. So Bullock's going to bring him to the line here with Jordan Prince in the backfield, ready to go. First down and 10 for
first and 10.
Bullock's holding himself, trying to find some room over to the right side. He'll take it up over the 35-yard line down to about the 38-yard line. So Reynolds in on the stop. So Bullock takes it up to the 36-yard line. 6 gain on the 6 on that game. Makes it a second down and about 4 here for Beckville and the Bearcats. So bring him to the line, Bullock. Takes the snap. Now going to look to pass on the cover. And it's intercepted once again. And back up the field go the Rams. And it's going to be a pick six for the Rams. Woo. Second interception tonight. This one is for a pick 6 here for the Rams. And the Rams now go up big, 27-7 on the pick 6 by Joaquin. Jacob Gatlin, number 3, is who I got on that one there for the return. And it is a pick 6 there for Joaquin. And now take it up 27-7. And the extra point is going to be blocked and no good. So it is good. Okay, it did get through there. Okay, so it is now a 28-7 ball game. We'll take another break, folks, and we'll be right back here on your Thursday night Piney Woods Game of the Week here on NETSN.
Shelby Savings Bank has come a long way since it was established in 1982, and the good folks that work at Shelby Savings Bank really enjoy doing things in the community and for the community. And they would like to encourage everyone to please shop local. For all your banking needs, please visit these wonderful Shelby Savings Bank locations, with 2 locations in Center, locations in St. Augustine, Palestine, and Lindale.
Joaquin Ram fans know that K's Hardware is the Joaquin supply store. You can search high or low, but eventually you will see the signs. K's Hardware is the key to finding what you need for your job. Located at the 42 where Highway 84 divides itself, it's K's Hardware back at the Rams.
Play some ball.
Back here now, a 28-7 lead for the Joaquin Rams over the Beckville Bearcats. Taking it at the 30-yard line, going to have some room and still take it and decide to run with it here. And a nice job by the Beckville, deciding to run. That was number 6 there. That was Gabe Johnson up across the 45. Good starting field position here for the Beckville Bearcats. So Beckville will start off with a first down and 10. And they'll have it at their own 47-yard line. So Braxton Bullock throws one downfield and it gets picked off there by number 3, Jacob Gatlin, for the Rams. So it's now a first down and 10 for Bullock and the Bearcats. A little more time on the clock than what I show on the camera, folks, so we'll just take a few and we'll get it running here just shortly. So we're going to hand off. Prince takes it up to near midfield. They'll take it up to the 50-yard line for a gain of 3.
Gains 3 off to the right side, second down.
7 carries for only 17 yards. The Joaquin Rams have done an excellent job of keeping Prince in check here tonight, but you can't give up on him. That young man will break one and he'll take it to the house on you if you don't careful. So Bullock's going to bring him right back up to the line here. Prince in the backfield. And we're going to get a stoppage of play. Got a timeout on the field, so with over 4 minutes to go, that timeout looks like it's going to be Coach Jones calling the timeout. So 1 timeout left apiece here. Second down and 8 for Beckville. We've got a little over 4 minutes to go here into this second quarter. Very exciting first half so far. Had a couple of interceptions, had a turnover, and one of the interceptions turned into a pick 6. We had a punt return kickoff for a touchdown for the Rams. So it's been exciting here for the Rams tonight. A couple of good plays here and a good drive. Good long sustained drive by Coach Ross and the Beckville Bearcats. They just need to see if they can keep it going right here. They got a second down and 8 at midfield. They definitely want to see if they can score before the end of the half, because if they can score here, take a lot of time off, keep the hands out of Beckville's hands, then get in there and score. They'll get the ball back to start the second half. So try to get 2 scores here at the end of the half is going into that's at last 4 out, and then the first 4 in. That's what you want to try to do. In the last 4 minutes, try to get you scored. And in those first 4 minutes, when you have the ball, you take it and you score on the other side. You try to get a couple scores there to get right back into it. So Beckville got to keep it up here with a good drive, and Bullock's going to bring him to the line. So Bullock gets the snap, hands out to Prince. Prince finds some room over to the right side. Spin move, there he is. He's going to break free, and he'll dance into the middle of the field, and Prince will take it out. First down, Bearcats down to the 28-yard line. Oh, he starts bouncing around, and he gets warmed up. He is a dangerous runner out there, folks. And a nice run there for Prince down to the 28-yard line. That's another Raymond Motor Company first down here. That's only the 4th one of the night for the Bearcats. That's a 22-yard run for Prince. He's up to 39 yards on 8 carries. So back to it here. Bullock first down and 10 here from the Beckville 28. I'm from the Joaquin 28-yard line. Bullock going to try to lay one up here. Got Johnson out there. Once again, Johnson goes skies up for it, and it's going to be picked off once again here by the Rams. And another pick here of the pass. That one goes up there. I thought for sure the Beckville's going to come down with it. Johnson went up there, climbed up with it, but coming down with it is the Joaquin Rams, Jacob Gatlin on the second pick. This one. Second pick of the night here for the Rams. Jacob Gatlin. And so the Rams will have it backed way up in on their own end here. That's definitely not what the Bearcats wanted on that one. Braxton laid it up there. This receiver wasn't able to come down with it. So now that'll go all the way down inside. We got a conversation going on over there. Seeing if it's maybe if he actually made the catch. See what Coach Ross is trying to find out over there. So now we're having a chat. So now the referee gonna come over and we'll have a chat with the other guys. Looks like. See what's going on down here for the umpiring crew. So it is a first down and 10. They are going to say that it was a completed interception and not an incomplete pass. I think that's what maybe Coach Ross was thinking. It maybe hit the ground.
Interception is confirmed.
So the interception is confirmed for the Rams. So they'll have it deep in their own end here. First down and 10 for Joaquin. As Reynolds will bring him back up here. He's got a 28-7 lead with 3:20 on the clock. I got 3:11 on mine, folks, but we're pretty close. Ready? So here comes Reynolds, going to hand off. First man through, taking it up to about the 5. Stacking them up there are the Bearcats. Up to the 5-yard line.
Handoff straight ahead, gets to the 5. Second down.
So I'll bring up a second down and about 8 here for the Joaquin Rams. And that clock now getting down. Close to 3 minutes to go here into the half. And Coach Jones and Reynolds, his squad, probably not in that big of a hurry to get this going on here. They're going to take all kinds of time off that play clock. Still 20 seconds or so onto that play clock to go. But Reynolds going to hand off. Going to be another run straight up the gut here. And maybe a loss of a yard. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage for a gain. No gain on that play.
Defense got in the backfield. Loss of about a yard. Third down and 9.
Okay, here we go. Now I got my stat sheets right. All right, so excuse me, folks. I got a bug on me. Okay, there we go. I like bugs. One of my favorite classes in college was entomology. So, all right. So we're gonna get a timeout here. We got a big stop out here, so I'm a little bit lost as I'm trying to get a bug off me. All right. So we got a timeout, but 2 minutes left to go till halftime. That's where we are here. All right. So we'll take a break, folks, and get these bugs checked out here. We'll be right back here on NETSN. Back here, ready to go after the timeout. I think the Rams can be pretty much content. Just run it all. That's a 2-minute warning there. That's kind of what it is. I keep forgetting we got a 2-minute warning now. I keep forgetting that. That's why we got the 2-minute warning. So that's why we had to stop it there, folks. Not a timeout. So it is Reynolds coming right back up here, ready to go.
Third down and 9 for the
So
Rams.
3rd and 9 here for the Rams. Here's the pitch coming around here on the jet sweep pitch. And it's going to take it across the 5-yard line up to about the 7 for a gain of a couple there for the Rams.
Timeout on the field.
So that will be the timeout on the field right there. But we're going to keep it right here, folks, as we got a couple things. Coming up at halftime on our Farmers State Bank halftime, we got that coming up for you, folks. And we'll have a great conversation with a bunch of the young men from the Joaquin Rams that we had down at Bison Brew at our coaches show on Monday. Next week, we got a full schedule going on next week. I'll start off Tuesday. My plan is to be in center for some center volleyball. We got Center and San Augustine on Tuesday evening in center here on NETSN. And then on Thursday, these Joaquin Rams will be in Tenaha to take on the Tigers. We'll be there on Thursday in Tigerland for that one. And then on Friday, Joe and I will make our way down to West Sabine for the Hemp Hill Hornets and the West Sabine Tigers next week. And then on Saturday, we will be at breakfast with the linemen. Hang on a second, folks. On Saturday.
4th down and 6 for the Rams.
So 4th and 6 for the Rams. We're going to get a stop here before that one ever gets going.
That'll be a safety for the Bearcats, and the Rams
All right,
will be
so
kicking off.
sorry, folks, we had a little bit of issue with the camera there. We're good to go now. So it's a safety for the Bearcats. They get a safety in there to make it so nice job here by the Bearcats as they get the safety. So that's the way it's going to go there with the safety. And all right, so we'll take a second here, folks, and we'll get it all lined up. My apologies here. All right. And no timeouts left on either side. Okay, so there we go. Clock is about right. We're pretty close. 1:52 left on the clock. Got the camera right. So we're going to be good here with that. So just a little bit of time left before we get to the end of the first half. We got a lot of good stuff coming up at halftime for you folks, so stay with us for that. Our Farmers State Bank halftime, that is all on the way. And it is coming up here for you once we get through this 1.5 here. So it will be Beckville receiving the free kick. Benefit from the safety to now make it a 28-9 ball game here just before the end of the first half. And Beckville will get the ball to start the second half, which is good for them if they can make us, if they can maybe even put up some points here in this last 1.5, because they will get the ball here on the free kick, and they'll probably get good field position and see if they get some of that momentum going back in their way. And the Beckville Bearcats may have an opportunity to put up even more here before we get to halftime. See if they can get that done. I'm on your camera, Joe. No, I'm not.
By Prince at the 42.
So, Prince, let me tackle him by Rios, down around the 50-yard line. Joe, shut that off and turn it back on. There you go. All right, now we got it all taken care of, folks. First down and 10 here for Beckville and the Bearcats. All right, Braxton Bullock, first down and 10. Going to look to pass once again. Got a man there in the middle, goes off the man intended receiver. And it's an incomplete pass, making it a second down and 10.
Second down and 10.
On the incomplete pass. All right, so after the incomplete pass, second down and 10 here from midfield here for Bullock and the Bearcats. Takes the handoff here. Bullock going to look to go downfield once again. Got his man on the cross route. Can't get it there. It's an incomplete pass.
And it is incomplete. Brings up third down.
So a third down and 10 now for the Bearcats. So what they want to do here. A little over a minute and a half left to go here into this first half. Bullock now has the play nice. Come up with a third down and long here. Prince stayed in the backfield. Trip receiver set over to the far side here for Braxton Bullock.
Look hands off.
Making the handoff into this week. Going to give here to Prince. He's going to come around here enough for a first down as he takes it down to the 35-yard line.
Gets down to the 35-yard line. First down, Bearcats.
So another Raymond Motor Company first down here for the Bearcats. Got 6 Raymond Motor Company first downs here for the Bearcats. They're trying to get another score here before the end of this half. Bullock. Hand out to Prince. Prince trying to find some room around that right side. Going to turn the quarter. Oh, he gets upended. He goes up in the air. Good. Thank goodness he's okay. As the Rams right there to bring him down. That makes a second down and about 7.
Gain of about 3. Second down.
Boy, Prince goes up in the air there. And the Rams right there to bring him down. Well, he came down. Good thing he didn't come down too awkward. Second down and 7 here for the Bearcats. Bullock trying to kiss a man across the middle and does. He's got a first down there at the 30-yard line. Another first down, Raymond Motor Company first down there for the Bearcats as they're trickling down the field here late into the first half. So Bullock going to kill the clock right there. And that's going to be a stop at the play. So it's going to be a first down and 10 here with about. Let me stop that.
Incomplete pass. Stop the clock at 33 seconds.
Yeah, about 33 seconds. So it's going to be a second down and 10 for the Bearcats.
Just outside the 19-yard line.
So quick chat over there to the sideline. Second down and 10. Bullock under pressure. Going to throw it up. And it is knocked away there. Good defense.
Incomplete.
Good defense there by the Rams.
Broken up by number 4. Lee brings up third down.
So third down and 10 here for Bullock and the Bearcats. So they can put some points on the board. Even get enough closer, maybe where they might be able to get a penalty flag out over here on this side. Even if they could put some points on, get a little bit closer, maybe they could get a field goal, take that momentum into halftime, get that ball in the second half to start off and come out here with a good drive and tighten it up here against the Rams in the early part of the third quarter. But see what they can do here. Got to get a first down right now. That penalty flag out there, did that back them up? And it was picked up. Okay. No, second down and 15 now for the Bearcats. Bullock brings him right back to the line.
Second down 15 for Bearcats.
Now Bullock going to be chased out of the pocket. Finds some room, now comes over here to the Joaquin side. Throws it up in the air, and it's going to be incomplete pass. Nice try there by Bullock. Try to make some room, try to get away from everybody, and he did avoid a one tackler and then was able to get rid of it. Couldn't complete it to the receiver downfield. So that'll bring up a third down and 15 now for the Bearcats. Ball sitting right inside the 25-yard line. Almost to the 24. Nose of the ball just about to the 24. As Bullock brings them up. Twin receiver set here to the near side. Prince in the backfield. 17 seconds to go here. Bullock going to come back on the tunnel screen. Oh, and it's off of the hands of his intended receiver. That's a nice try there. They had it pretty much set up, but that goes off the hands of his receiver.
Pass is complete.
Did he catch it? I didn't think he caught it. I thought it went off his hands, but it is going to be a catch, and that's going to be the end of the fourth quarter, though. I thought it bounced out of his hands. My fault, folks. So that is going to end the first half as we get ready for our Farmers State Bank halftime here in Joaquin. It is a 28-9 score here. And boy, I tell you, I thought for sure I thought that went off the end of his fingers. I didn't say that he caught it there right there at the end, but he did catch it and got close. But it was too little, not enough time left on the clock there for them to run another play there for the Beckville Bearcats. So that's the way the half is going to end as we see the Joaquin Rams and Beckville Bearcats on their way out of the stadium. So will they get ready to go for our Farmers State Bank halftime? We got our coming up here at halftime. We were at Bites and Brews on Monday for a great coaches show with Coach Jones. And we had a great conversation with some of the guys out there as well. So we're going to have some of those guys, Trenton Runnell. So we'll have, Carson Rogers, and we'll also have Brody Cummins on the show with us. And that was what we recorded there for halftime on Monday night at Bites and Brews. So we'll have that coming up for you at halftime as well, as see if we can get some of the band performance in there for you tonight as well. So stick around, folks. Got all kinds of good stuff. I want to remind everyone, too, that a ticker going across the top of the screen up there that is keeping up with the scores that are in our app. Please get our app and like and subscribe our page. And we have Facebook pages, and I need to do a little bit better keeping up on X, but trying to do that. But we're working on that as well. So like us and follow us wherever we're, and subscribe to our page here on YouTube. And we appreciate everybody out there. And hopefully we can keep up the good job that we got going on. We're just kind of waiting here for the clock to start here, as they got the Beckville Bearcat Band getting ready to come out. Yeah, we're going to tighten that up here whenever we get started here. But we're going to have a band performance by the Beckville Bearcat. So we're going to take a break, and we'll come back here to our Farmers State Bank. Halftime is underway here on a NETSN.
Whether it's with family and friends or just some time to yourself, summer is better on the water. And Farmers State Bank has exactly what you need to make those dreams come true. Learn more at fsbctx.bank.
Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center proudly supports all the students and schools of the Piney Woods. Stop by the lot and feel free to check out all the wonderful vehicles we have to offer, no matter what adventure you're planning on taking. We have a wide selection of used vehicles and a service department that can service your vehicle. Get all the info you need about your next vehicle online. That way you're prepared for your cardio when you hit the lot. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center.
It doesn't matter if you need a truck tire or if you need a car tire. If you need a tire, you call Joaquin Tire. Joaquin Tire Shop provides new and used tires, along with oil changes and 24-hour road service. Stop and see them on Highway 7 in Joaquin. Plates of Grace Country Kitchen, just outside of Center on your way to Shelbyville. Now, whether you stop by and enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you're definitely going to find something on the menu you like. Now, your table's waiting right here next to this wonderful family, or find yourself a seat in the sports room. It's Plates of Grace Country Kitchen, just outside of Center on your way to Shelbyville. Stop in and say hi, have yourself a great meal.
The Friday night lights are shining, and we are teaching driving. CDL Training Academy is your resource to a better career. Come and get trained and get tested right here in Henderson, Texas. CDL Training Academy. Visit our Henderson, Texas office or online at cdllearn.com.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
It doesn't matter if you need a truck tire or if you need a car tire. If you need a tire, you call Joaquin Tire. Joaquin Tire Shop provides new and used tires, along with oil changes and 24-hour road service. Stop and see them on Highway 7 in Joaquin.
Alrighty, folks, we're back here. It is halftime, and right now it is a 28-9 ball game here as the Beckville Bearcats were able to get a safety there. They were actually driving there towards the end, almost had a chance to put up some more points there, but just ran out a little bit of time there on the clock. And right now we have the Beckville band out there on the field, and the Joaquin Ram band is coming out here in just a little bit as well. Thanks for joining us wherever you are there. Sorry for the camera there at the end, folks. We had a little bit of an issue right there at the end of that first half, but I think we got it all taken care of there. And Joe and I still trying to work out some of the bugs here through the early part of the season, but I think we're getting it well taken care of. All right, folks, it has been a great first half so far. It's been a couple of big plays here for the Joaquin Rams. They've had a couple of interceptions. One of them was a pick six. They even had a punt return for a touchdown, and this one in this first half as well by Cooper Bragg. And Cooper Bragg also making another great catch out there. And there's a good catch there that I missed there towards the end. I wasn't sure he caught it, but he did catch it there for the Beckville Bearcats, helping up Braxton Bullock there. But just like I said, ran out of time there at the end of the half before the Bearcats were able to get another playoff to go into halftime. All right, so we got a great interview down at Bites and Brews with the good guys here for the Joaquin Rams. We were down there this past Monday, so we got that interview coming up for you with the kids, and I got a couple of the great guys with the Joaquin Rams at Bites and Brew. Our halftime interview on the way, and all our halftime festivities brought to us by the good folks at Farmers State Bank. All righty, folks, back here at Bites and Brew, and we're having a good time talking to the guys about all the good things going on. And let's see if I can fix this thing here, and we're going to go to the right place. There we go. So we've got a couple of the players here ready to go with us. So let's start off over on the far side here. Introduce yourself, sir, and tell us who and what you do for the Rams.
My name is Brody Cummins.
Here, let's try that again.
My name is Brody Cummins. I play right tackle and defensive tackle.
Awesome. Yes, sir.
My name is Carson Rogers. I play right guard and middle linebacker.
Awesome. All right. Well, let's start over here with Brody over there. And let's see, man, as an offensive lineman, I'm an old offensive lineman, so I love the offensive line guys. Get to get out there and have a good time. And you've been around here a little bit, for these guys here. And, I mean, I know you got to go through everything last year, so I'll probably ask you guys a couple of same questions. But that's the one thing is I was going to ask you, give me one thing. What was one of your favorite things about that big run last year?
Man, just the community, man. They always showed up and just filled the stands, and I like hearing them. And they cheered for us the whole way.
Right. Yeah, they definitely did. I tell you what, I got to ride the fan bus on the last game, and I had a blast riding the fan bus. It was cool riding the fan bus with you guys. Okay, so coming along here with a new offensive line, coming into the new season this year, got some new guys out there. Tell me how some of the things that you guys have done to really kind of work in some of those guys to get that good, strong unit like you had last year.
Man, just helping them at practice. Everybody fills in a spot, and that we've been working hard at practice,
Right.
So we've been helping them though.
There you go. Well, so if you're in the weight room with some of those guys, pushing them along a little bit more, you're just trying to get them to go. And I mean, if you're having any kind of issues out there on the field, I mean, you guys are there to just talk them up, I hope.
Yes, sir.
There you go. All right, and you got a good quarterback, different quarterback this year, maybe a little bit of things going on out there. So tell me what it's like to play for a different style quarterback this year.
It's different,
right?
We are a run-heavy team, so I just
go ahead, man. You're all right. Just having fun, getting along good out
yes,
there.
Sir.
That's for sure.
Yes, sir.
Well, I know you guys are a run-heavy team, and I know you get to get some things out there on your run game. So tell me, I know you love hitting people as run blocking.
Yes, sir.
Do you get to pull any? And I mean, what's one of your favorite things to do out there as a lineman?
Man, just play the game.
Play the game, right?
Going out there on Friday nights and Thursday nights is just different feeling, man.
Right, I know. Especially once you get inside those lines, it just changes. It just changes. It's so awesome. That's for sure. Well, and moving over here, I know you probably like playing linebacker a little bit more than you probably like playing guard, right?
Yes, sir. Like go make tackles, try to put a hat on people.
Right, and so whenever you're back to your linebacker position, you got to kind of have some guys out there that's kind of like your right-handed, your left-handed guy. So tell me who you got out there, kind of working out there to kind of, where he's at, he knows where you're at.
Yes, sir. My quarterback, Trent, he's my other linebacker over there in the box. I mean, got to force it to him sometimes so he can make the tackle. He's got to force it to me sometimes so I can make the tackle.
Right. Well, whenever you're playing on the offensive side over there, guard, right or left side?
I'm right side.
Right side. So you get to play over there on that side. You can get a lot of pull out of that. I know you do. And
Yes,
you
sir.
get to find the ear hole and do a lot of cracking, I guess. And
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
that's the fun part about playing offensive line, right? That's
Yes,
what I
sir.
like, is knocking people around. So, but on that part, and the camaraderie, you guys got to play together a little bit last year too. So let me ask you as well. You know, what was one of those big things that was your favorite thing on the thing from last year?
My favorite thing from last year was like during the Beckville playoff game, just the amount of people that was there. Like
Right.
it was so like.
It was crazy,
Yes,
wasn't
sir. It was just everybody. It looked like people were swarming in the stands. It was amazing.
Yeah, I went down in the pregame and the tailgate that was going on. They had the Rams over here and the Dragons over here and all that. And but yeah, I thought I would definitely hear one of you guys say it was winning that Shelbyville game was
Yes,
probably
sir.
one of your favorite things from last year. That's for sure. Well, you know, and get to play on the defensive side. You know, you get to kind of get those guys up front to kind of you're kind of that spy there. You're kind of watching those guys. So what are some of those things that you're doing whenever the offense is coming to the line? What's one of the first things that you're making there as a linebacker call?
Finding out where we need to set the offensive line to so we can have a 3-tech on the right side so we're not weak to a certain side, and making sure we're not getting gashed if we have bad alignments.
Right. So that way you're getting those linemen down there, getting them set up and ready to go where they need to be, and you're ready to rock and know where you got to go.
Yes, sir.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Well, you know, you got to, both of you, I want to talk to, tell me about your offensive line coach. Offensive line coaches are awesome. They're intense. And you got Coach Lawson, so he's got to be one of the greatest guys to play for.
I mean, not so much Coach Lawson, but Coach Chris.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
he goes over there sometimes, and he's intense.
Right?
Yes,
There
sir.
you go. There you go. So great offensive lineman. He's just one of those guys you just love to play for him. Sometimes you're like, but you just love to play for him, right?
Yes, sir.
There
Coach
you-
Chris, he's our linebacker coach, and he's
the
certainly
man,
a character.
Right? There you go. You got to have those guys out there.
Yes,
Those little
sir.
good old football guys, right? That's it. That's it. Well, I tell you what, it's been a lot of fun, you know, watching you guys being able to cover some of the games too. And you know, and I'm gonna ask you while you're sitting over there, you know, Coach Jones pretty cool to play for.
Yes, sir. It's amazing.
Well, and it's family tradition too, because I mean, you guys are from Joaquin, I'm guessing too, right? So
Yes,
you know,
sir.
you get that all around. You got most of the guys, and you guys have been playing like this for a long time, and you're getting some of these things going on, and you know, you probably got some of that recognition. What was it like having people say, "Man, that was pretty cool what you guys did"? People you didn't even know coming up to you, right?
Yeah, people, I mean, all the time asking me, they're telling me that they watch the games on like YouTube and stuff.
Right.
And how cool it was to just see like a small town like us to play in a big stadium like the Star and everything. That was,
Right.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was pretty nice, man. It was a lot of fun. I got to watch y'all wander around. And we got a few games for you guys again this year, and hope you guys can have another great run. And anything you want to say to anybody, your lineman out there, tell them what's up.
Shout out over here, man.
Yeah.
There you
Shout
go.
out over here.
There you go. And let's keep that pasture rock and roll. Let's play some good football. We got a great game coming up here. All right, guys. So we're going to take another break here. We're going to come back and we're going to talk to coach and the quarterback of the Rams as it's Ram Talk here at Bites and Brew here in Joaquin. Hey, you know what? I'll ask you too before we go. Did you enjoy the food?
Yes, sir.
Man, that was
Yes,
good
sir.
stuff. I might need a nap. I don't know. All right, folks. We'll be right back here at Bites and Brew here on NETSN. All righty, we're back here with the quarterback and the coach. And all right, let's start off with the quarterback. Hey, man, introduce yourself. Tell us who you are.
My name is Trent Reynolds, and I play quarterback and outside linebacker.
Outside linebacker. All righty, well, let's talk quarterback here. We got you with the coach together here. And I know that, we talked a little bit about Brown there last year, what a great year he had and all that other. But you're coming in here, and I know that you've been with the team a little bit. When did you and coach get together and decide, that you were going to be the man behind center this year?
Well, it was kind of just kind of a battle between a few of us, but it was kind of in the middle of the summer whenever we figured out really who it would be, because we had somebody leave, and it was a better option because we have a certain offense that we run, and it's like a actual game plan of what we have to do,
Right.
and this is a better way of doing it. But yeah, it's like just a better option of what we have to do.
Right. So you and coach have probably in the off season just had a lot of conversations about, going through the playbook, how they expect you to do things like that. How have you kind of taken that as you've gone to practices with your guys and being, being that guy out there that's going to be that vocal leader?
It's actually a really good blessing. It carries on from last year, watching all the other leaders. They all left, so people got to step up, and it's been a really good, and it's challenging at sometimes because you get tired and you just got to keep pushing. But it's really great actually, because just a lot.
A lot of good fun.
It's a lot to take in, and it's a great opportunity.
Right. Well, Coach, asking you over there and talking together, how much do y'all work on that playbook? I mean, do you have like certain plays that you kind of got to work on together that you feel like he is better at, that he feels like he can do better at? I mean, how do y'all work on that?
Yeah, so it's more of, you know, what can everybody handle? You know,
right.
when we're teaching our playbook, what can everybody be successful with?
Right.
So like Trenton, you know, I mean, putting him in there because he's been there since he was a freshman. He had a whole JV season as a freshman quarterback working for us. So the nuances of the offense, he knows them pretty well. You know, jab quick, cowboy strong. You know, all those little things, like, you know, just running the 200 series, running the 300 series, running the 700 series, he can do all of that, but
right.
It's what can everybody else do, and that's kind of what we're dealing with right now. You know, we've got some guys out there that, you know, we could run everything, you know,
right.
but we've got, you know, 3 or 4 guys that if we tried to run everything, the 3 or 4 that, you know, they don't have all of those games. They don't have like he had a JV season of being a quarterback.
Right.
He got to take every number 2 rep last
right.
year, you know, and the thing that surprised me the most about Trenton is that it kind of reminds me of like Aaron Rodgers being behind Brett Favre, right? So like when you stay behind somebody that was almost the exact same type of quarterback that he's going to be, watching him grow. And now some people could get behind somebody, I'm sure, and their arm never developed. But I was so surprised in the spring when we started putting the football in the air that he reminds me so much of Justin, you know, and his arm has come along so much, and he can make those throws down the field. Right. And he honestly, I'd have to show you the play the other night, but his ability to evade the rush is really, really well. Without, you know, he had 2 weeks of not even taking a snap. And, you know, he drops back to throw a pass, and he looks up, and he's got 2 guys, I mean, really good athletes.
Right.
The kid that ran the 10-7 is just barreling down on him, and he just shrugs him off. Another kid's coming, he does a spin move and slings him off. It was really Johnny Manziel looking. He did everything right except put enough on the ball to get it down the field. He probably had a touchdown if he could, but that's the kind of stuff that comes with time, you know. And but like I said, that was his first passing attempt of the year, and we threw that on him without much preparation. So I think Trenton's going to be just fine. He had a really good role model to get behind last year and to learn from, and he does a really good job. His fakes are really important to him, his play actions, and he does a really good job with them. He knows they're important to me, and he does a really good job of doing what we ask him to do back there as the quarterback. And he's a great leader. You know, he was voted a team captain this year, and I think they made the right choice. You know, he gets out there in the huddle, and he's not afraid to snap everybody back to reality and raise his voice and talk to some of the older guys, you know, and get their attention, you know, and that's what we need on this team.
Right, and you got some guys that are speedsters out there. You got some good receivers out there. Rios is back, isn't he?
Yeah, Rios is back.
I thought so. That's a great tight end. You got somebody that can rely on that guy right there. Then you got DeBragg and a couple of the other guys there that are just phenomenal athletes. So you got some help out there that you could get the ball to.
Yes, sir. It's a lot easier to see Rios because he's also a lot taller than all of them also. Right. And Cooper, he's just always downfield passing up people, so that's a lot easier.
Yeah, definitely. And I tell you what, too, you have you're in you know, I always tell you this is the toughest district in 2A football. A lot of people say that, you know, and it is true.
They vote on it every year, Larry, and they're right.
Lands on
it, right?
And they're right. And what I love about this district is the line, and you have another phenomenal line in front of you. So you got to love these guys. They're keeping you clean, right?
Yes, sir. Making sure to take them out to eat after every game too,
right?
So they stay in love with me.
Well, who's your center? Because that's the big guy front. He's taking care of you more than anybody.
That's Brent Cummings, Drew Baby.
Big Drew Baby.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
There you go. I know you got some size up there, and those guys are going to be solid for you out there too. And I know the type of offense you guys run there, so it's really fun for you guys. I mean, it's a lot of fun for you to get back there and run that offense, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Just being able to be comfortable because, you know, they always do their jobs, and they're really big and they're really strong, so you can always trust them and make sure they take care of you.
Right, there you go. And so whenever you get to play on the other side of the ball, the linebacker side over there, you know, that's, you know, because you get to take a little frustration out. I guess you play quarterback, you get to go back and play linebacker, you get to go crack on somebody, everybody got you, right?
Yes,
so you were talking a while ago with the
which one?
Carson. Sorry about that, Carson. Talking with Carson a while ago, talking about how you guys played really well together back there. So, you know, tell me a little bit about that relationship you guys have back there.
Yes, sir. Last year in a few games, we had some people get out, so he had to come back there and step up and play some linebacker with me. So we got a little bit of chemistry back there together. So we know where each other's at most of the time, and we just a lot of chemistry, so we're going to be really good.
Right. Well, that's good because, I mean, I know you guys get to kind of work that offense around there, and a lot of teams you're going to face, you're going to have, those guys that are going to try to run the ball. You got to try to get that box up there, and those linebackers are really, really good. So, as he was telling me, so he's basically, because I was kind of saying to you guys too, because I never unfortunately got to play linebacker. So, I'm asking, so what's one of the first things that you guys get to do whenever you come to the line, whenever the offense is coming out there? What's one of the first things that you're looking for?
Well, we're looking for, of course, we go this every week, where we're going to set the D-line to. We got to figure out who has the most on the top, on most side, on each side, and then we set it to the field sometimes or to the running back. So it depends on who the back is and stuff. If they're really good athletes, then we'll have to set it to their side. But
right. See, that's what a lot of people don't understand. There's a lot of calls, a lot of things going on out there.
Yeah, don't say don't say too much.
We're not giving away no secrets up in here. Don't give away no secrets in here. But I mean, I understand what you're talking about. You're just looking for those calls. You got to make some calls, get everybody lined up, and that's what you're kind of doing. That's your first job there whenever you come out. All right, man. Well, I'll tell you what. You got a great team, and you obviously love playing for your coach over there. So
yes,
and I mean, you do have your quarterbacks coaches that you coach. You just take care of all.
That's just me on offense.
You've been offensive coordinator.
I've been running the slot T at Joaquin for a long time, and I like to. I tell some of the other coaches, and that our coaching staff is doing a great job on defense this year. And as far as the offense goes, me and Coach Mike, as soon as we came in today, me and him both, we had, we probably didn't run that many plays today, maybe 20. And we had them pulled up, and we were looking through them, just trying to make sure, okay, we got to get that fixed. That's not how we take that step, and we're on top of it. And we, whether it's his step or whether it's a lineman step, trying to get those little things fixed so that when we go out there on Friday night, we put a good product on the field. Right. Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's going to be a lot of fun, and you got a good game coming up here on Thursday. So we're going to wish you guys luck, man, and we're going to see you guys on Thursday. And I hope you enjoyed the food. We're going to take a little break here. We're going to come back. We're going to talk with Coach for a little bit, and then we're going to get ready to wrap it up here, buy some beers. But one other thing, anything you want to tell the community, anybody?
Y'all come out and support Thursday.
There you go. And I'll tell you what, you got a great community. I'm sure they'll definitely be here. Yes, all right, folks. We'll be right back here as we're broadcast live at Bites and Brew for Ram Talk here on the NETSN.
Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center proudly supports all the students and schools of the Piney Woods. Stop by the lot and feel free to check out all the wonderful vehicles we have to offer, no matter what adventure you're planning on taking. We have a wide selection of used vehicles and a service department that can service your vehicle. Get all the info you need about your next vehicle online. That way you're prepared for your cardio when you hit the lot. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center.
Shelby Savings Bank has come a long way since it was established in 1982, and the good folks that work at Shelby Savings Bank really enjoy doing things in the community and for the community. And they would like to encourage everyone to please shop local. For all your banking needs, please visit these wonderful Shelby Savings Bank locations, with 2 locations in Center, locations in St. Augustine, Palestine, and Lindale.
Play some ball.
All righty, folks, we're welcome back here as we get ready for the second half. I'll check and make sure we got everything in. We got everything going there. As the Rams getting ready to come back out, as well as Beckville down there. Still got a few minutes left to go here before the start. They'll stretch out, get ready. But a good first half here for the Joaquin Rams. They lead at 28-9. They had right before the end of the half to get it in the end zone. They just ran out of time there and no timeouts left, so probably had another chance to put up some more points. They did get a safety there, so they will get the ball to start the second half as well. So it has been a good job here for the Beckville Bearcats as they've come out here, and a couple of them got away from them, that pick 6 and the punt return. So see if they can climb right back in here with a good long sustained drive to start the third quarter, put some points on the board, and then see if they can take a lot of time off there, get about mid-third quarter, and be up there with maybe only down 10 or 12, and be ready to go here as we get into that fourth quarter. Pretty even. Let's see how it goes. But the Joaquin Rams need to keep doing what they're doing, just playing good defense and getting after the quarterback the best they can. But, hey, we're getting a very good running game that is starting to get going there. You can't let Prince and those guys Prince and Watts get loose back there. They're going to make a lot of noise for the Beckville Bearcats. You can guarantee that. All right, just a few minutes to go here before the second half. It is a 28-9 ball game here. Our halftime brought to us by the good folks at Farmers State Bank. We'll be right back here as we get ready for the second half. It is coming up here on NETSN.
Plates of Grace Country Kitchen, just outside of Center on your way to Shelbyville. Now, whether you stop by and enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you're definitely going to find something on the menu you like. Now, your table's waiting right here next to this wonderful family, or find yourself a seat in the sports room. It's Plates of Grace Country Kitchen, just outside of Center on your way to Shelbyville. Stop in and say hi. Have yourself a great meal.
Chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
Back at the Rams.
Rams kick off to get the second half started. Kick is taken by Watts. He's brought down at the 25. Stanley and Brown on the stop. 1st and 10 Bearcats. Book hands off to Prince. Gain of 2, 2nd down.
Alrighty, folks, back here. Sorry about that. It helps if you turn up the microphone. 2nd down and long here for Beckville. And it's Prince once again breaking through the middle of the line. He'll take it up across the 35. And take it up to the 34-yard line.
Gets up to the 34-yard line. 3rd down and
Game
1.
is 7, so 9 on those last 2 carries there by Prince. Okay, so that's 7. That was a... All right, there we go. So Prince makes it a 3rd down and short now for the Beckville Bearcats. 3rd and 1. Prince in the backfield to the right side, bringing the man in motion. Bullock going to follow his running back right through on the quarterback keeper. Take it up for a 1st down and 10. Raymond Motor Company 1st down for Beckville. That's 10 on the night for Beckville. They get up to
3. Picks up the 1st down for the Bearcats.
41-yard line there for, I think that's 37, sorry. Looking at the coach. 1st down and 10. And Braxton Bullock will bring it back to the line. This is a very important drive here for the Beckville Bearcats. They need to take this and get a good steady drive, keep a hold of the ball, don't turn it over, get it in the end zone. Bullock bringing the man in motion. Hand off to Grayson. Grayson on the jet sweep around, turns the corner. They'll be out of bounds there right around the 45-yard line. As Hicks pushed out there. At about the 45, gain of 8. Maybe 7 on the play. Make it a 2nd down at 7 for Beckville and of the Bearcats.
2nd down and 3.
2nd and 3, my apologies. Second down and 3 here for Bullock and the Bearcats. Coming up, twin back set. Watts and Prince in the backfield with Bullock. Here's the snap. Gonna hand off. Watts cuts it back up into the middle. He'll work his way. Nice job working it there. He'll get it close to the 50-yard line for another 1st down.
Far side of the field. Picks up the 1st down.
Raymond Motor Company 1st down as Watts gets up 5 yards on that one to the 50-yard line. Another Raymond Motor Company 1st down. Taking on that sweep, come back here to the Joaquin side and then shifted gears and went back the other way, able to turn upfield and keep those legs chugging. Ended up with a 1st down for the Bearcats right now on the 49-yard line. They're on their own 49-yard line, just short of that midfield stripe. Bullock, hand off once again. They're running the game, working this time as Prince, finding some room. Bounces it back outside, and the Rams right there as they taking it down there at about the 46-yard line.
Prince with the extra effort. Gains about 5.
Gains about 5 on that play. Makes it a 2nd down and 5 here for Beckville and the Bearcats.
2nd down.
Second down. Make sure everything's running and looking right. Okay, that's good there. It's not on there. Could be. Okay. There's a run. By the Bearcats. That's going to be
on the far side of the field.
Stopping the clock there. About 8.5 to go. One of the Rams lost their helmet, so got to come off the field.
3rd down and 1.
So 3rd and 1 here as Aiden Kilpatrick comes off the field. Rios comes in to replace him there after he lost his hat. So it's about 8.5 to go here in this 3rd quarter, and Beckville got the ball to start. And they have a 3rd down and 1 now at the 42-yard line of Joaquin. Cracks the bullet. Handing off to Watts. Watts finding some room over there, and he's got enough for another 1st down. He'll take it across the 35-yard line, maybe right down to the 35-yard line. Watts have another Raymond Motor Company 1st down here for the Beckville Bearcats. He'll take it down to the 36-yard line is what they'll mark him down. 1st down and 10. Beckville.
First and 10 on 36.
Rolling that clock. 1st down and 10 at the 36-yard line. Bullock. Handing off to Prince. Prince following his blockers over. And a good job there, pursuit by the Rams as they shut it down before he could turn the corner. No gain on the play. Right back to the 36-yard line. 2nd down and 10.
Number 1, Ronald's first there for the Rams.
Coming up next week on our games of the week, we'll be in Tenaha. These Joaquin Rams will take on the Tenaha Tigers, who were behind the West Sabine Tigers last I saw there at halftime. So it'll be Joaquin at Tenaha on Thursday in Tenaha, and then we'll be in West Sabine for Hemp Hill and West Sabine Friday night. That's where Joe and I will be next week. 2nd down and 10 for the Bearcats. Bullock on the snap, going to get a stop here before.
Give this to Prince. Flag on the play.
Penalty, pre-snap penalty here. So that'll back him up 5. At the 41-yard line. That clock rolling once again. 2nd down and 15 here for Bullock and the Bearcats. So bring him to the line. Prince staying in the backfield here. Trip receiver set, twin receiver set over to the far side. And the tight end to the right side of the formation strong. That's Watts in the backfield. He'll find the room up the gut, and he'll take it up. He'll get those penalty yards back up to the 36-yard line.
Watts up the middle. Wilson on the stop.
So this is really what the Bearcats really want to do. We talked about this at halftime, to come out here, get the ball, take a long, methodical drive down the field, and put some points on the board. They did that in that 1st, 2nd quarter there. They had a great drive, and they put their first touchdown on the board here. So see if they can do it right here. Just got to keep going and keep hold of the ball. They had a couple turnovers that 1st half. Definitely don't want that here into the 2nd. 3rd down and long now for Bullock and the Bearcats. And we're going to get a stoppage of play here. We're going to get a timeout onto the field, so we'll take a timeout with them. You're watching Beckville and Joaquin here on NETSN. Back here, folks, ready to go after the timeout. Long way there on the Zoom, sorry. Third down and long after the Bearcats talked about it. Bullock right back out here ready to go. Here's the snap, gonna look to pass. Got a couple men open, got a man down here, and it's gonna be Watts to try to get it to him, and it's an incomplete pass. Nice try there. So it'll be a 4th down and 10 now for Bullock into the Bearcats. On the incomplete pass there. So checking in with Coach Ross and the coaching staff for the Bearcats. We get under 6 minutes to play here into the third. And the Bearcats have had the ball since the opening kick here. And Bullock now with a 4th down and 10 into Joaquin territory. Got to go for it here. Gonna look to pass. Got all kinds of time. Bullock throws it up the middle, and it's an incomplete pass. Turnover on downs.
Pass is incomplete. Rams take over on downs.
And the incomplete pass will be a 1st down and 10 here for Joaquin. So the Rams will get it. Their first time here, they'll have it on a 1st down and 10 on their own 31-yard line. So turnover on downs, good job by the Joaquin defense to force a 4th and out. Cooper Bragg and Reynolds. Trent Reynolds over having a chat with the coach, now ready to go here, 1st down and 10 for the Joaquin Rams. They'll come to the line. Reynolds brings them up.
1st and 10 Rams.
And
36.
Reynolds hands off. And still breaks free on one tackle. Still on his feet all the way up to the 40-yard line into Beckville territory.
Across midfield to the 40-yard line.
That is number 5. That is Landon Henry on the run for the big run there for the Beckville Bearcats. Takes it all the way into, for the Joaquin Rams, take it all the way into Beckville territory, all the way up to the 40-yard line. 29 yards on that one, and it's a Raymond Motor Company 1st down here for Joaquin. That's number 9 on the afternoon. That might be a 1 or 2 short there, but it's number 9 there for the Joaquin Rams. 1st down and 10. Reynolds handing off to Bragg. Bragg's going to take it up to the 35-yard line for a gain of 5. 2nd down and 5.
Gain of 6, 2nd down.
Well, they call it 6, so 2nd down and 4. If the Rams can definitely go down here and put a score onto the board, they're going to make it really tough on the Bearcats here for this 4th quarter coming up. And I know Coach Jones would like to take and get his defense some time to sit on the sideline because they were out there for quite a while there in that 3rd quarter. So 2nd down and a long 4 here for the Joaquin Rams. Reynolds brings him up, hands off to Bragg once again. And Bragg takes it up close to the 30-yard line. He's going to be about a yard short. 3rd down and 1.
3rd down and 1.
So 3rd down and 1 here for the Rams. So if they can pick up another Raymond Motor Company 1st down as they're getting closer to the Sandy Cox red zone. And that should be enough for a 1st down on the Cooper
picks up 3, 1st down Rams.
On the quarterback keeper. That's another Raymond Motor Company 1st down here for the Rams. Number 11. So I'll take them up into the 28-yard line of a Beckville here. And now roll that clock once again, get it going. And Reynolds and Coach Jones taking all kinds of time off of that clock. Let's let it wind down with a 28-9 lead here on opening night at Ram Stadium for Joaquin. Reynolds up to the line quick. And now that Bragg going to take it. Also blockers through. They'll take it up close to the 20-yard line, maybe the 21.
Stopped at the
That'll be a 2nd down and about 4 after a gain of 6. So second down and about 3 now for the Joaquin Rams. As they get down just outside the Sandy Cox red zone, so we'll go ahead and click it on here as Reynolds brings him up to the line. Going to hand off Henry. He'll take it up across the 20 out, close to the 15. Wilson. Number 6, Amarian Wilson is the carrier.
Rams.
So the Rams get another first down here. Raymond Motor Company first down. That's 12 on the night. As they take it down for a first down and 10 right at the 15-yard line in the Sandy Cox red zone. State Farm Insurance there at Sandy Cox in center. All right, first down and 10. Now going to have to run it up here a little bit quick here, and they can get to the line pretty quick as the Rams do. And Reynolds brings him up, gets it started here before that play clock. There's Bragg going to take it around, and Bragg going to break 3, and it's going to be into touchdown for the Rams. And Rams take it in for the score, and it's now a 34-9 ball game here as Bragg takes it in on the 15-yard run for the Rams. So the extra point on the way here for Stanley and the Rams. Stanley stands in. Extra point on the way, and the kick is up, and it is good. So the extra point is good. That'll make it a 35-9 ball game here. So with 1:55 left to go here until the end of the third quarter. It's a 35-9 ball game. We'll be right back here on a NETSN.
Joaquin Tire in Joaquin, Texas. Family owned and operated with new and used tires, general mechanics, and road services. Jesse and his team is proud to serve the community with car, truck, and commercial mag vehicle tires. They're located in Joaquin at the 84 and Highway 7 split. Call the shop today to make an appointment at 936-269-9516. That's 936-269-9516. Joaquin Tire is a proud sponsor of Game of the Week. Stop in and see them today for all of your new and used tire needs.
At Aurora Concepts, we offer full-service primary care. And we provide physicals for student athletes for every sport. Aurora Concepts, let us take care of you.
Let's play some ball.
All righty, folks, we are back here as it's now a 35-9 ball game. And Beckville Bearcats ready to go on offense here after they received the kick. Like I said, they had some good drives. They've got down there and like the end of the second quarter had a chance and it stalled. Right there, they had another good long drive and it stalled down there. So the Bearcats just see if they can get this thing figured out. Once they get to that one area, they get getting stalled out down there.
Taken at the 30.
There's a 30-yard line there by Johnson. He's going to take it up to about the 40-yard line for a first down and 10 for Beckville. They got some good starting field position here. So let's see if Bullock.
Ball down by Wilson. First down Bearcats, just shy of their 40.
Can get his team down the field, put some points on the board. Still some time out there, but he's got to score. And like I said, they got all the way down there, and it was looking really, really good. And they started that third quarter, took it all the way down. They just stalled down there around the 30-yard line. Couldn't get it again, a fourth down and out. And so see if they can pick it back up here. So here comes Bullock to the line. And the snap. He'll take it himself on the quarterback keeper. Quarterback run. Draw, so play it up to the 45-yard line. Make it a second down and 5.
About 7. Rios on the stop.
a little more than I thought that he did right there, didn't he? He took it up. They're going to give it to him. And they got an injured player out there. They're going to say he's at the 46-yard line, not the 45. So it'll be a second down and 3 as we have a Beckville Bearcat down there that is got a little equipment adjustment going on there. Everybody's fine. No injuries. Looks like we're tying some shoes. All right. So that might be Bullock down there getting his shoes tied on. Can't lose those tires out there. If you lose a tire, get on down there to Joaquin Tire. They'll get you taken care of here at Joaquin Tire. Mr. Parent, they're good folks down there. They are good folks. All right, here we go with the handoff. Prince, oh, what a great job behind the line as they stuff that hole over there. That's going to be a loss of 1 there. Make it a second down, make that a third down and 4. Coming up here for the Bearcats. That's a good job there getting over there. Somebody plugged up the hole there for the Rams and then was able to get on the outside and shut it down. Third down and 3 now for the Bearcats. So the Bearcats going to bring a triple receiver set here to the near side. And they'll leave Prince in the backfield. Looking for a third down and 3 here. Looking to pick up the first down, winding down to the end of the third quarter. Bullock going to look to pass. Going to find Johnson. Oh, what a beautiful job there on the cross route. It's going to be enough for a first down for the Bearcats. That's a great job there by Bullock and his receiver. That was Johnson right there. That was a great job on the cross route. Come over, makes a great play. And gets the first down into Joaquin Ram territory as they'll have it there at the 43-yard line of Joaquin. Might be enough time for one more play here if Bullock can get it off. And they're not going to get off the last play here before the end of the third quarter. So that's the way the third quarter is going to end. It will be a 35-9 ball game. We'll be right back here for the fourth quarter that's coming up. Joaquin up big here on a NETSN.
A lot of us do our banking at Shelby Savings Bank because it's our hometown bank, but it's also a thoroughly modern bank featuring online banking, mobile banking, paperless statements, deposit-taking ATM machine. All that in my hometown bank? Yes, because it's a bank for your modern hometown. Shelby Savings, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Raymond Motor Company, just off the square in downtown Center, where you'll find the friendliest of sales folks. Whether you're looking for a new SUV for the family or a brand new truck, Raymond Motors has a great service department and a huge selection of used vehicles. Raymond Motor Company, just off the square in downtown Center.
All right, folks, we're back here ready to go to the fourth quarter. 35-9, Joaquin with the lead. And it is Beckville Bearcat football. The Bearcats trying to trickle themselves down the field, put some points on the board here. Braxton Bullock brings him to the line. They'll have Prince to the left side. Triple receiver set out to that left side of the formation. Now going to go left to right. And we got an offsides there on the Bearcats before the snap. That brings up a first down to 15. It looked like that whole left side of the line jumped just a little bit soon over there. Coach is animated about something over there, not quite sure, but penalty nonetheless here against the Bearcats. And on a first down and 15. Bullock gets the snap. Design quarterback keeper. And he'll get right back to the line of scrimmage, making a second down and 15.
Bullock is wrapped up at the line.
Coming up tomorrow night, lots of games here on NETSN. Make sure you join us wherever you are for all kinds of games. If you're out watching a game, make sure you have our app. You can find those games on YouTube. And NETSN absolutely free to watch here on NETSN. Center Rough Riders will take on the Spring Hill Panthers tomorrow evening. I've been invited to go down to that game, but I think I'm going to sit at home and watch. I don't get many Friday nights off. I'm going to have a steak and watch football. Why not? Here we go. Second down to 15. Braxton Bullock sends it up the middle, and he got his man. Did he catch it? And it is caught. Great catch there at the 35-yard line of Joaquin. And that's enough to move the chains. Complete it there to Hicks.
Brings a third down and short.
But still, get about 12 out of that one. Makes it a third down and 3. for the Beckville Bearcats. They get it all the way down to the Joaquin 35-yard line. That's a great play and a great catch there by Hicks. Right there on the sideline. He was in a crowd over there. So Hicks makes a great catch and gives him a third down and short here for Bullock. Bullock, hand it off. Prince going to bounce around, trying to get around the edge, and he does. That's Watts on the run. Now he'll be up at the 20-yard line, and he'll run into a couple Rams. They'll stay on his feet, spin, 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 and wait, a great run there by Watts. Another first down here for the Beckville Bearcats. That was a great run there by Watts. He looked like he was tackled there at about the 20. He did a little spin move, and Watts keeps on going. That's what you do. You keep them legs chugging until you hear that whistle. Great run there by Watts. Another Raymond Motor Company first down for the Bearcats. They'll get down inside the Sandy Cox red zone. So here's the snap. Bullock going to hand off to Prince. Prince trying to dance around here in the middle, and he gets tackled after I gave him a couple. 2nd down and 8.
Rios, Wilson there for the Rams. 2nd down 8.
So 2nd down and 8 for Rios, or sorry, for the Beckville Bearcats. Rios making a stop right there. And now Braxton Bullock bringing them to the line. The 2nd down and 8. Sitting right there at about the 13-yard line. Bullock faking this. Get off to Prince. Prince going to be wrangled up there, and he's going to be staying on his feet. Boy, he gets away from the tackle. He gets down the sideline and close to the first down. He may actually have the first down and goal there for the Bearcats. And what a great run there by Prince. You got to make sure you get him down. You can't just sling him around. That young man's going to dance around to that. And he did right there, just like what Watts did on the other side over here a while ago. And now Prince gives him a first down and goal for the Bearcats. What a great run there by Prince, taking it down there inside the line. Looked like he was out going to be tackled behind the line. He gets away from the tacklers, gets down the line. He takes that first down and goal at the 3-yard line for the Beckville Bearcats. Bullock going to hand off. Yeah. Maybe just outside the end zone there. Is it a fumble? Now the Joaquin Rams are coming out here saying that the ball's on the ground, but I haven't seen anything by the referees as of yet. So we'll see the ball's on the ground there. It's going to be Beckville. It's going to stay Beckville football. And it will be a 2nd down and goal from about the 1-yard line, maybe the 1.5 for Beckville and the Bearcats.
After some suspense, it's 2nd down and goal for the Bearcats.
2nd down and goal. And this time Braxton Bullock's going to take it in for the score. And it is touchdown
for the score.
For the Bearcats.
Play in the ball game.
And Braxton Bullock takes it in there for the touchdown. That'll make it 36-16. Extra point on the way here coming up now with a little over 8 minutes left to go in this one. And that's a big score there for the Bearcats. It's 35-15. The extra point will make it 35-16. As I believe Mojica is going to come in here for the extra point. And is. Here's Mojica. Extra point attempt on the way.
To attempt the extra point.
And it is up, and it is good. So it's a 35-16 ball game here for the Beckville Bearcats and the Joaquin Rams. With just over 8 minutes to go, we got a Shelby Savings Bank kickoff. That is coming up. We'll be right back here, folks, on NETSN. Thanks for joining us.
Joaquin Ram fans know that K's Hardware is the Joaquin supply store. You can search high or low, but eventually you will see the signs. K's Hardware is the key to finding what you need for your job. Located at the 42 where Highway 84 divides itself, it's K's Hardware back at the Rams.
Behold the chicken fried steak sandwich. This particular chicken fried steak sandwich can only be found at Diamond League Cafe in Center, Texas. And it pairs very well with seasoned fries and sweet tea. And if you're lucky, there'll be some of that Nana's banana pudding to go along with it. Get by Diamond League Cafe in Center and see the wonderful folks and all the wonderful menu items for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Alrighty, it is now an 35-16 ball game. We're going to go to the onside kick here. Oh, and that ball is loose. Still on the ground. And we'll see who comes up with it. Boy, there's a lot of smacking going on there. Did the Bearcats get on top of it? And it looks like they have. As they're checking it out, they're going to have to get underneath that pile. That could change hands a couple of times there. And it's Beckville Bearcat football. Wow. Good job there by the Beckville kicking team. As they now have it with a first down and 10 right at the 40-yard line. Beckville with the onside kick. Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. So the Rams going to have to play some solid defense right here. Beckville's got a little momentum going their way after that big score. Let's see if they can put in another one right here. 8 minutes to go in this ball game. And Beckville with the lead, with the football after the onside kick. So here we go. Braxton Bullock with Prince in the backfield. Snap. Bullock rolling out to his left. Going to look to pass. Got his man on the sideline. It's a complete. Going to come back inside there at the 30-yard line. That's enough for a first down at the 29-yard line. Another Raymond Montgomery at the 28. First down here for the Bearcats. Another Raymond Montgomery first down to the 28-yard line. That clock rolling. Putting Prince and Watts in the backfield here for Bullock now. Bullock handing out to Prince. Got to follow Watts around the outside, but a great job there by the Ram defense to get him in the backfield, and a loss on the play.
Bring him down for a loss.
Second down and 14 here for the Bearcats now. Good job there by the Rams. They saw that coming out there as Watts kind of cut up inside, and Prince was trying to follow in behind it, but the Wolves get back there. I'm sorry, the Rams get back there and take care of business in the backfield. Second down and 14 here for the Bearcats. Bullock with Prince in the backfield. Getting down. Bullock taking a handoff, coming across. Oh, that was a great job there. And oh, he almost had him too. As Grayson Hicks, he had him almost right there on the hip, and that ball. It's a little muggy out here tonight. It might be a little slick, but he had it right there. Oh, just unfortunate there for the Bearcats. That was a close one. Third down and long now for Beckville. That's where they got a couple times earlier into this ballgame. The second and into the third quarter, they were driving down here, and they got down right around the between the 23rd yard line, and their drive stalled a couple of times in there tonight. So let's see if they can keep that here. Let's break that and get in here in this third down and long. Had a big third down and long a while ago. See if they can knock it out right here once again. Bullock to the line. Prince to the left side. Here comes the pass. Going to look to pass all kinds of time. Throws it down the field. Got his man. He's caught and out of bounds right there at the 20-yard line. It's still going to bring up a fourth down and about 2. But what a great play there for the Bearcats as they catches him right on the sideline. It's going to make a fourth down and a long, we're going to call it 4th and 2. It looks like a good solid 2 out there. I was going to say a long 1, but it's a 4th and 2 now.
4th down and 2.
So here come the Bearcats with a 4th down, and the Rams going to do everything they can to make a stop here. We're going to get a timeout, and Coach Jones is going to call his second timeout here of the quarter of the half, and we're going to leave it right here, folks. It was right about 7 minutes left to go into this ball game, and the Bearcats are driving after that onside kick, and they've done a great job here to try to climb back in. Like I said, they had a couple of drives that stalled. They had a punt return, and they had a pick 6 out there and another interception. So trying to climb back in here, and they're doing a great job. They got a little bit of momentum going for them after that onside kick recovery. See if they can do something with it. But now 4th down and short late here in the ball game. 35-16 as you can see on the scoreboard. All right, coming up Tuesday, folks, my next broadcast, we will be having breakfast with the linemen on Saturday. down at Diamond Bee Cafe. It's a great place. Come down there and have breakfast. So come down there and have breakfast. We'll be down there with a bunch of linemen. And then Tuesday, we'll get started again for next week. I'll be for volleyball. We'll be in center for San Augustine and center for that one on Tuesday evening. And then on Thursday of next week, these Joaquin Rams will be visiting the Tennehaw Tigers. We'll be there at Tigerland and for that one. And then we'll be in West Sabine for the Pineland West Sabine Tigers against the Hemp Hill Hornets on Friday evening. That's what we got next week here on the NETSN for myself, plus all kinds of other great games from all kinds of wonderful guys on NETSN. Here we go. It's a 4th down on the way for Braxton Bullock. 4th and short. Got to pick this up. Bullock going to take it up to that hill. Have enough for a first down. They'll take it up to the 15. First down and 10. Raymond Motor Company. First down.
15 picks up the first down
for the Bearcats. And the Bearcats driving once again. See if they can put it in the end zone here. Joe, you're doing a good job, man. Here we go. First down and 10. Bullock. I'll try to catch that corner in the end zone. Got the fade in there. Does he get him? He gets it in there, but he may be just a little bit too far out of the end zone.
Second down 10.
Let's catch up to the clock here. There we go. 6.5 to go. 6:29 actually. Second down and 10 after the incompleted pass. Bullock trying to catch that fade down in the corner. And it's incomplete. Okay, I don't know what that is. Second down and long here for Beckville as they're driving once again. Bullock going to hand off Prince. Guys ahead. He might have got a yard, maybe back to the line of scrimmage, bringing it a 3rd down and long.
What's the ball carrier?
So 3rd down and long, we're going to get a timeout onto the field. So with the timeout, that's going to be a timeout called here by the Beckville Bearcats. So we'll take a timeout right along with them. Folks, we'll be right back here on the NETSN.
Joaquin Tire in Joaquin, Texas. Family owned and operated with new and used tires, general mechanics, and road services. Jesse and his team is proud to serve the community with car, truck, and commercial mag vehicle tires. They're located in Joaquin at the 84 and Highway 7 split. Call the shop today to make an appointment at 936-269-9516. That's 936-269-9516. Joaquin Tire is a proud sponsor of Game of the Week. Stop in and see them today for all of your new and used tire needs.
Here we go, 3rd down and long for the Beckville Bearcats. Back at it. On the crosser out, got his man, does Bullock down in about the 5-yard line. Still going to be a little bit short, be a 4th down and maybe a football length for the 4th down here coming up for Bullock and the Bearcats. What a great play there, but it's going to be 4th down and about 1. What we're going to call it here. So right there at the 5-yard line is where they're going to mark him down. They'll say it's a 4th and a long 1, almost 2. So here comes Bullock on a 4th down and short. Now we are going to get a timeout. We had a injury timeout while ago, folks. My apologies. And it is now a timeout here by the Beckville Bearcats. So with a 5:10 to go, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back here on NETSN.
Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center proudly supports all the students and schools of the Piney Woods. Stop by the lot and feel free to check out all the wonderful vehicles we have to offer, no matter what adventure you're planning on taking. We have a wide selection of used vehicles and a service department that can service your vehicle. Get all the info you need about your next vehicle online. That way you're prepared for your cardio when you hit the lot. Wright Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Center.
Alrighty, folks, back here, and let's see. Let's get to while everybody's doing on the timeout here. That clock down there, no, right about there. All right, so 4th down and short here for Beckville. See if the Bearcats can pick up this first down. There's the snap. Bullock trying to take it down inside. Oh, I don't know if he's going to get there. He might have got stopped right there at the 5-yard line. He may have been short. And he is going to be stopped short there by the Rams. Good job there by the Ram defense. Bullock trying to cut up there inside. And that 4-hole and that 3-hole over there, but he got stuffed. So it's a turnover on downs. And what a stop there by the Joaquin Rams defense. And the Rams defense now will give the ball back to the offense. And it'll be a 1st down and 10 here for the Joaquin Rams. And the shadow of their own end zone can take a lot of time off the clock here. Reynolds going to come to the line here. Going to be a lot of running going on, I'm sure. Cooper Bragg going to try to turn the corner here. And he's going to stay inbounds and he'll go down there after a gain, maybe a 1 or 2 there, up to the 6-yard line. So the Rams just going to take all the time they can off of that play clock.
2nd down, 10.
Run it down there, and they'll take it down pretty close to 4 minutes to go into the ball game here before they snap it here at 2nd down. But they would like to get a 1st down. I do believe there is a 1 timeout left here for the Bearcats. So the Rams going to bring it up the gut here, and that'll be enough for 1st down, maybe up to right at the line of scrimmage there. So we'll see if they can get that first down there as Wilson carries the ball. And it may be enough for a Raymond Motor Company 1st down for the Rams.
That is enough for a Ram 1st down.
So the Ram 1st down. They'll get that clock rolling here after they set the chains. The Rams in no hurry. So we get now under 4 to go. Here comes Reynolds bringing out the play. Wilson will bring it to the line quickly. And Reynolds puts the snap here at about 4 seconds to go. Get it up to Wilson. And he'll be wrangled up there by that Bearcat defense. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a loss of 1. Nonetheless, keeping that clock rolling. And that'll be down close to about 3 minutes to go here on this 2nd down and 10 play for the Rams. All righty, so 2nd down and long here now for the Rams as they bring it here to the near side. They'll pick up a few up to about the 20-yard line, make it a 2nd down and 7, keeping that clock rolling.
Stopped at the 19. 3rd down.
So it's a 19-yard line. 3rd down, and we'll call it a long 7 here for the Rams. And right now, the way things are looking, the Rams are going to go to 1-1 on the season as the Tennehaw Tigers will be their next opponent. And last I saw, the West Sabine Tigers was winning that game. And they'll be picking on, if that holds true, then it'll be an 1-1 and 0-2 next week. The Beckville Bearcats on their way to an 0-2 season to start off. But hey, this is a good solid squad. They got a long way to go here, so don't count out Beckville Bearcats anywhere along the way. Here's another run for the Rams, trying to keep things rolling and trying to get another 1st down. That may be enough for a 1st down. And that should be enough for a 1st down right there.
Gets up across the 25. Another Ram 1st
So
down.
above the 25-yard line, down to about the 28-yard line there for a 1st down for the Rams. 1st down Raymond Motor Company. First down, 2-minute warning is where we are. So we got the 2-minute warning here. So we're just going to leave it here for just a few moments. And with the 2-minute warning, we'll do right here. So just a big thank you to everybody watching the ball game here tonight. Well, thank you. And like I said, Joe and I are working on some things here to get things better in our second week with some new stuff. And I think we're coming along a little bit better here as we go through. And, it depends on where you are sometimes. Can make it a little bit challenging. But we love being in Joaquin up here on top of the booth. Got all kinds of room up here. And just have a great time here in Joaquin every time we're here. Big thank you to Bites and Brew for the hospitality on Monday and the great show down there and the food and everything with the kids and Coach. Really appreciated my week here in Joaquin. All right, next week got a lot of them going on, and hopefully be having a chat with Coach Bragg down there for West Sabine and our coaches show coming up next week. We'll see how that goes. It will be next Friday. It will be West Sabine and Hemp Hill. Next Thursday will be these Joaquin Rams and the Tenaha Tigers in Tenaha. All right, so after the timeout, first down and 10 here with the 2-minute warning. And the Joaquin Rams need to hold on to the ball. One more first down here may do it for the Joaquin Rams here this evening. So as the Rams come back to the line here, 2 minutes to go. And we'll start the clock as Reynolds hands off to Bragg. Bragg keeping his feet here, and he'll take it up to about the 35-yard line for a second down and 5. And now we're going to get a timeout by Coach Jones.
Game 6, second down.
So we'll get a second down, but Coach Jones is going to call the timeout. That'll be the last timeout for the team. There we go. All right, so the timeout on the field. A little over a minute 50 left to play here into this ball game here. And good time too, folks. Like I said, remind everyone to get our app. Get that NETSN app and get on there. We have forums. Starting to get those really coming out. We have pick'ems. We got scores, all kinds of different things, all kinds of information about locations and stadiums and all kinds of good stuff. That's through the NETSN app, absolutely free to download on Apple or Android. All right, 154 to play this one. Okay. So second down. Oh. Sorry. So Reynolds going to hand off. Taking a couple up to about to the 35-yard line for a third down. And we got another stoppage in play here. So, Joe, you're going to have to change that battery out. So we'll take a real quick break, and we'll come right on back here to NETSN. All righty, we're back here. That's a third down and short. I guess Coach Jones wanted to make sure he used all those timeouts up there. Get them all used up. 3rd and 3 for the Rams, trying to pick up a first down here to pretty much call an end to this one. So Reynolds will bring his team back out. And to the line.
3rd down and 3 for the Rams.
And nice job there. Looks like Reynolds going to hold on to it himself.
Reynolds keeps it.
Quarterback keeper.
Picks up a Ram first down.
Raymond Motor Company first down for the Rams. And that could pretty much seal the deal here for the ball game. Here's the ref says wind the clock. First down and 10 for the Joaquin Rams. Going to go to 1-1 on the year. 35-16. To figure out why that wasn't up there. I don't know. All right. Long chat here. Coach. Letting that clock wind all the way down here. And just going to sit on the ball. Big victory formation for the Joaquin Rams. One more time here. And what I like to call the most beautiful play in football, victory formation. So some great plays here tonight. Beckville Bearcats going to be just fine. They're a good, solid squad. They're going to get it together. They had some really good things here. They had some drives that stalled on a good defensive play there by Joaquin. They had a couple turnovers that kind of cost them a little bit, but the Bearcats are a solid-looking team. Got a good running backs, and they got a great quarterback there and good coaches. So the Beckville Bearcats are not out of anything beyond the way we would go here along the way. And that's going to do it there as the final kneel down is going to knock it out there as the Beckville Bearcats and the Joaquin Rams. And it's the Rams coming out on top 35-16 tonight here over the Beckville Bearcats. All right, folks, it's our Aurora Concepts post-game show. It is on the way. We'll be right back here to wrap it up here on a NETSN.
At Aurora Concepts, we offer full-service primary care. And we provide physicals for student athletes for every sport. Aurora Concepts, let us take care of you.
Whether it's with family and friends or just some time to yourself, summer is better on the water. And Farmers State Bank has exactly what you need to make those dreams come true. Learn more at fsbctx.bank.
Plates of Grace Country Kitchen, just outside of Center on your way to Shelbyville. Now, whether you stop by and enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you're definitely going to find something on the menu you like. Now, your table's waiting right here next to this wonderful family, or find yourself a seat in the sports room. It's Plates of Grace Country Kitchen, just outside of Center on your way to Shelbyville. Stop in and say hi, have yourself a great meal.
And we thank the Burning Bush 95.1 for carrying the ball game tonight, but they're going back to live now, to live music. Okay, so Joe's going to put it back on live music now. So big thanks to the Burning Bush 95.1 live. Right there. Are we good? There we go. All right, so yeah, we're going to go back there on 95.1 live for the Burning Bush. Thanks to them. We'll be carrying some ball games throughout the year on the Burning Bush 95.1. Thanks so much, Dave. Aurora Concepts post-game show here. Big win for the Joaquin Rams here tonight as they come out here and win at 35-16 over the Beckville Bearcats. Like I said, Beckville Bearcats, they played a good game here tonight. They had some good drives. They just got stalled down here around the 20, 30-yard line a couple of times here this evening, and they had some turnovers that cost them a little bit too. But they get those things worked out here as they get ready to go into district play. The Beckville Bearcats are going to be pretty solid here as we go through the year. And a good win here for the Joaquin Rams, bouncing back after that loss to Frankston last week, Coach Jones. And the Rams did a really good job here tonight. They played well on defense, played well on special teams, and they played well on offense as well. Runnels did a great job running out there for them, and they had great running back play from Bragg and a couple other guys out there as well. So a really, really good job here by the Joaquin Rams here tonight on the win. So my player of the game is our something to smile about is our player of the game here from Wyndham Family Dental. And our player of the game, I'm going to give it to Cooper Bragg. He just made some really awesome plays out there. So I'll make some great catches and the big punt return for the touchdown to really get things sparked up there for the Joaquin Rams. So congratulations to Cooper Bragg is our player of the game. All right, folks, that's going to knock it down here for us as the Joaquin Rams win at 35-16 tonight here in Joaquin on your Piney Woods area game of the week. We hope everyone has an awesome, blessed, and wonderful night. And remember, folks, if hate can go viral, so can love. We're out of here. Bye.
The proceeding has been a presentation of the Pineywood Sports Network, an affiliate of NETSN. God bless America, God bless our troops, and God bless each and every one of you.